shit about him
Oh.
about oh my god, Chuck. What the fuck was I don't even remember the guy's name,
Bill.
character names. Bill, and Bill's lover. Like Frank,
Yeah.
yeah. I loved all of that. The emotion when they get to the end, when they like fucking are we live?
Yes,
Alex?
we are.
Oh my god.
I told you in our private chat 30 seconds.
Oh.
We didn't look.
I'm not looking at it, bro. We're talking
That's
about
why
The
I was
Last
with
of
this
Us.
fucking shit-eating grin. I was like, why
Yeah,
is it so
like, I'm looking at the
happy?
camera. I'm like, I wonder if we're going live yet. And it's like, oh wait, why is he's grinning? Oh,
I love live entertainment. Anyway, let me actually start this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai. Tonight, we are indeed going to be doing episode 37 of our WTFs. All of us will be here eventually. Chinoda is actually on his way home right now. He was kind of busy this afternoon with work. But he will be joining us eventually. But I have our poser extraordinaire Natai with us.
It's
The
good
goat.
to be here with you, Alex. It's good to be here with you, Alex. I would like for you to bounce back to me once we're done with the introduction. I have a very important statement to say.
Okay. Is it about goats?
No.
Oh.
Actually, funnily enough, it is kid season now, back at the farm, so new goats coming out.
Oh, new goat dropping, boys.
Yeah, air packet dropping.
New goat skins dropping. We also have our czar of source material, John.
when did you cut in? Like,
You were talking about Bill's lover.
yes. Oh my god. Let me talk
Fucking
about,
John Cod live talking about gay people.
I know.
bro. Let me tell you about how I hate seeing gay stuff in media because they always do it so fucking wrong. Like, it's so every time I see
most of the time.
yeah, a lot of it's pandering, a lot of it's like not real emotional, right? A lot of it's just like this is what we think gay people are like. And then you have The Last of Us with Bill and Frank, and it's just like perfection, dude. This is the like oh, I felt so bad. I was crying. Like this, it starts. Oh, hold on, I need to. It starts off, and I'm laughing because it's Nick Offerman, and he's like, "Oh, I'm the crazy guy with the in the bunker. Fucking don't tread on me." But then when it like he gets lonely, and then he meets his lover, and then like you go through the whole thing, and then how they kill off, like how they change the ending to the actual story.
To their story, right?
And it's just like I'm just bawling in tears. Like I want this to be the most beautiful day ever. They go to get dressed up. They have a nice dinner. They get fucking married. They just say their vows, dude. And I'm just like bawling like a little bitch, baby. Because I was just like, I fucking know what he's gonna do. I know exactly what he's gonna fucking do. He's gonna do a Romeo and Juliet. And I was fucking right. And I was crying. I was like, ah! I was ugly crying, bro. Oh, God. Episode 3 is so
I had to sleep on that episode till I like sort of like came to my conclusion with how I felt about it, because at first I was not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised, I was kind of taken aback by it, because it's very different from the game, obviously.
Yeah,
and it's also very but it's also it is very different, but like again, not good or bad, just like but and it's also like it escalates very quickly, if you know what I mean, in that relationship. But after just like sleeping and thinking about it, I really appreciate that episode, what it tried to do. It's when I read that interview with Craig Mazin, one of the showrunners, basically, and he talked about how in the game you have like all these like story beats are like very tragic, very emotional, very heavy, but then you have like sort of the gameplay portions to sort of like break up the atmosphere, sort of like digest whatever just happened, and then just like get ready for the next story beat. But obviously in a TV show, when it's like a passive experience, you don't get that. So by changing that whole story of Bill to something more positive and more wholesome and happy overall, it just like it helps the entire emotional pace of the show, which I totally get. Yeah, I really respect that decision.
I mean, was it really happy though? I mean,
it's like it's more hopeful.
It's
not happy, but it's more hopeful.
No, what I called it. I wouldn't call it bittersweet. It might be bittersweet.
The
ending's bittersweet because it's like I love that Bill and Frank, like they went very gently into the night, and I love that for them, for the characters, because I'm like, this is way more closure than Bill ever gets in the video game.
And
it's just like it just I love exploring the emotion and the facet of like this is what happened. Like this is Bill before the times, and I just it was just so beautiful of a love. It was so tragic. I was like, if you just
was
took
kind of-
this, if you just took this as a story of its own and made its own movie, I would have been like, this is a pretty good movie, like a good love story movie.
I do feel the character writing was kind of strange, and so this is very nitpicky, by the way. Again, as last time as we talked about Last of Us, I do have some issues with it. I still think it's a good show. Chill, but so you have that moment at the end of the episode where they come across Bill's letter, and that letter is written like as if someone who wrote that letter took like sort of like was writing a letter that Bill from the video game was writing, but not Bill from the show. You know, because it had that moment like ha 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 ha. It's like you never get that from Bill as in the TV show, but definitely Bill from the game. So that felt really like it's as if it's a completely different character who like wrote that letter. So I had my issues with it. It felt kind of like inappropriate, you know.
Who are you guys bonking in the chat? Who's being bonked? Is it John for eating?
Bonk? No.
Who's bonking?
Why are they? I'm hungry, bro. Calm down. My blood sugar. My blood sugar.
Let him. Don't bonk an eating person.
All right.
Yeah, like at least they wait, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
One thing
still doing
I was told after the intro I was supposed to give it to Natai.
Yeah, no, we're gonna finish our conversation about Last of Us before we go and talk about The Last of Us again. But
yeah, I know, right?
At least they kept the infinite ammo thing that Joel gets in Endure and Survive. Like, so the story beat with Henry and his brother, I was just like, bro, I loved it. But the funniest thing to me was like, I'm counting the shots, and I'm like, I wonder if you get unlimited ammo just like in the video game, where you have to pick off.
He does a solid thing. It's like unlimited ammo.
So I was like, because I remember I was on the subreddit, and people were complaining about the episode, as people do, because they're like, oh, it's not true to the video game. I can't believe they show a gay relationship in my show from my video game. And I'm like, but he was gay in the video game, dude. Did you not play the video game? He was gay the entire time.
Oh yeah, that's funny to me. Those comments, because Bill was definitely gay. I don't know why. What
they talk about Frank. If you do the thing, he talks about Frank.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's insane to me that people are like, whatever. But yeah, people were complaining about certain aspects of Endure and Survive, about like the Henry stuff. And I'm just like, well, at least they kept the unlimited ammo. And then people were just like 1,000 updates because they're all laughing with me. And I'm like, ha ha.
Bro, that I gotta say, that fucking new character they introduced, Kathleen, the resistance leader.
Oh yeah,
she was so bad. I did not like her acting.
I know.
She went ham.
And then
she went so ham.
Then freaking I mean, I got what they were trying to do. Like, I loved seeing the fact that where the fuck were they? Kentucky? Which QZ were they? Kansas, Casey, QZ, yeah. I like that story beat because it's like the QZ people who own the QZ, the government running it, Fedra, they're actually pieces of shit. And I love that entire that line that gets told, like, what do you think happens when you rape, torture, and kill people for 20 years? The minute they can, they do it right back. And I was like, bro, that is so true. That is 100% true.
I really like that.
So I loved that they changed it, and I did like that story beat. But at the same time, it's because
she was the weakest part of that story.
It was definitely weak. Like, first of all, I was pissed that Tommy shows up. Like, that the guy who voices Tommy actually shows up, and he's like the grunt man for Kathleen.
Oh, Perry.
Yeah, Perry. Perry shows up. I'm like, hey, it's Tommy. Tommy, why aren't you in the show? What are you doing? So
and then the fucking bloater shows up. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like they reined it back and was like, hey, there's still stuff from the video game, but it's like in my opinion, The Last of Us, the zombie survival stuff has always just been kind of the backdrop to the entire series of The Last of Us. It's really about the human connection and about hope and about humans.
Ellie and Joel are the heart of the story. Like, there's no
like, so to me, people complain like, oh, I can't believe they're showing so many human elements. I'm like, did you play the fucking game? Did you have like bricks for brains, bro? Did you play the game and think it's it's just a zombie game? It's like, yeah, there are zombies in it, but it's not the main point.
Yeah.
Anyway, rant end. Natai, have the floor. I'm gonna.
Yeah, Natai. So Natai, I was supposed to throw it to you like 15 minutes ago.
All right, I need to make a PSA. All right, so hold up. So this is fresh out of the oven. I just watched this before the. No, actually, I was in a protest before this recording, but before that, I watched this. So, we Attack on Titan fans have been suffering for a while now, but I'm here to deliver the news, to deliver the goods. The new episode is out. It's an hour long, and
Wait.
it's fucking incredible.
Wait, Natai, do you
Oh.
mean Attack on Titan Final Season Part 3, Scene 12?
Yes, that. Listen to me. Listen to me right now. I'm not. This is not hyperbole.
Right?
This
Main character
new,
good in the freaking video game. I'm sorry. I was reading chat.
this
Like,
new
Ellie's
episode, so fucking good. I can't gush about it enough. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you read the manga. I don't care. I don't read the manga. I'm just gonna watch the anime. This new hour-long episode was fucking incredible, and I would urge everyone, even if you read the manga, to go and watch it. Because so Mappa has been given a lot of shit for like how they handle Attack on Titan. I don't blame them. They were dealt a very bad hand, but the way they treated this hour-long special was awesome, top to bottom. Awesome animation, awesome music. The voice cast was. Shut the fuck up, Alex. Shut up.
I'm reading
Shut
the
up.
chat. I'm reading the chat.
God fucking damn it. Ugh. Anyway, I need to get this out of off my chest. Attack on Titan is fucking awesome. I can't wait for the actual ending that's coming out during the fall.
Is it
The
though?
totally
Is it
new
the ending,
ending.
Natai?
It is the ending.
Or
It's
will it be
gonna
Final
done.
Season 2, Electric Boogaloo?
Nah, that was last year. John, I know you read the manga. You need to watch it. It's so good. Please, John. It's so good.
There you go. See,
I
some
know
Alex
someone
is
is
watching
bound
AOT.
to
Classy
It was a good
Ulysses,
way.
you're
Yo,
right. You're right.
bro.
You're right. It's
Shots
a
fired
it's
in
the best
chat.
sleeping medication. What are you talking about?
Shut the fuck up. What are you on about? Now you're just trying to be a troll.
All right. Speaking of
fuck
Attack
out.
on Titan, have you guys looked at the anime awards that Crunchyroll awarded?
Oh, you mean the
Yeah.
oh my god, best fantasy anime, Demon Slayer.
You mean the Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan awards?
Bro, I'm not even upset about those. Like, obviously, Normie's gonna normie, right?
Yeah.
I'm upset that they say the best original anime was Lycoris Recoil. Lycoris Recoil is the worst
Oh, here
fucking
we go.
anime I have ever seen. Like, it is so.
Wait a minute. Is it worse? Is it worse
You know
than the
what?
one you're watching
No.
this season?
No, it's not. It's not worse. The problem is that it's so painfully mid. I can't. And it's like,
Is it
oh,
that
it's pretty
mid?
girls. Yeah, it's so boring, bro. I gave it 6 fucking episodes, and I was like, I don't care about
Okay,
these characters.
Fair
I don't care about
enough,
the
John.
story.
Fair enough, John. But if you look at the actual nominees list, it might actually be the best of the things they nominated.
Bro, I'd
Wait,
rather
didn't they
watch
nominate
Birdie
the
win
what-
Golf Girl's story. To be honest,
Bruh.
it's
Didn't they
cuter
nominate-
girls.
Isn't
Actually,
Your
to
Boy
be
Kung
fair,
also-
I
that's the
watched
original.
Healer Girl. It
Right.
wasn't that bad.
In my opinion, I just feel like bro.
Okay, so
It should have been
I feel
something
like
else.
I
Hold
should
on.
actually have this stuff on screen so people can watch along with us.
We need to talk about the fucking. Oh my god.
Hold on.
So
There we
okay,
go.
so
Sorry
long
about the
story
gap
short,
between Natai and John. It's where Chinoda's supposed to be.
I need to say this. I talked to Alex about it before we start recording, but listen, I don't get it. So all right, so Crunchyroll, Anime of the Year, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Fair choice. Totally fair
Yo,
choice.
bro,
I respect that.
I
Fantastic
respect-
anime.
You know what?
I
It was
respect the shit out of that.
when we were doing our award show. Like I think our Anime of the Year nominations really it came down to between 3 things for us: Cyberpunk, Chainsaw Man, and Spy
Bochi.
Family.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. But
Obviously-
so again,
They didn't include Chainsaw Man in the fall because recency bias. Plus, it would have sweep.
recency
right?
bias, yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
but
Bochi
you talk
and
about
Chainsaw would've stolen
sweeping.
these
Talk about
awards.
sweeping. 2 animes swept like 70% of the awards.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
ridiculous. But listen, so okay, cool. Cyberpunk, Anime of the Year, I get it. But then oh my god, they have this category for best new anime. So, all right, interesting. You go and take a look. Who's the winner? Spy Family. But then Edge Runners is nominated. So if Edge Runners is the best anime of the year, how come it's not the best new anime of the
Where
year?
did they put
'Cause it's also
this?
a new anime.
Where did they put
It came out
this
this year.
shit? Best original.
What's up,
Damn,
Crunchyroll?
classy Ulysses.
Where's the? There we go. Best new anime. Yeah. So yeah, how can Cyberpunk Edge Runners be nominated for best new anime and anime of the year, and it not win both awards? I don't understand.
Also, Chad, yeah, Spy Family is awesome. I don't dispute that. My question is, if Cyberpunk is the new anime and it's the best anime of the year, how come it's not the best new anime of the year? That doesn't make any
because
sense.
It's the. My opinion, I think Cyberpunk Edge Runners should have been the best original anime because it's new.
But it's not an original technically.
But also, yeah, it's an adaptation. And also Spy Family is an adaptation. So both of them are new shows. You know? It doesn't make any sense.
But Edge Runners was a new original anime. It may have been based off as bro, it's a new fucking thing.
I'm not
but it's
disagreeing
an
with you.
adaptation.
I'm saying that's probably how they saw it though.
That's like saying Nier Automata is like it's part of the Drakengard series, right? It's a spin-off of the Drakengard
But
series.
Spy Family is also a new anime.
I mean, yeah, Spy
based
Family's
on a manga.
Yeah. But I'm just saying for original anime. I don't know why they didn't even nominate Cyber because it's original.
No, Cyberpunk is nominated for new anime. That's what you.
No, I'm talking about best original anime is where it should have gone.
Oh,
Because
I don't know. I feel
this
Cyberpunk
entire
is
list
in-
of like best original anime, like it's dumb as shit. I hate this list. This is why I don't vote in these things.
But it's so much fun to rip into.
It is. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Bro, the snub of the fucking decade. Demon Slayer Best Fantasy, but Mushoku Tensei didn't win it. What the fuck is up with that, Crunchyroll? Explain yourself. Best anime of the fucking decade, and you don't give it to Mushoku Tensei?
Also, the only reason Aaron won Best Main Character was to make up for the abysmal decision to have him be Best Hero and Best Villain a couple of years ago.
Oh, that was ridiculous back then. That was stupid. But I do agree with the performance because Yuki Kaji fucking nailed it. Incredible performance.
Also, like, it's a stupid award, but the best must protect at all cost character for Anya, I agree.
That was created just for Anya. Let's be
Just
fucking
for Anya, yeah.
honest. Like,
I don't know.
No,
I
you know
Ranking
who
of
should've-
Kings, Kage,
Fucking
Rebecca
dude.
from Edge Runner. Okay, never mind. You know what? They got a
No.
No,
Bond
but they cheated.
got
They
snubbed.
added Yor. They added Yor to the same category. You
No,
can't-
no, you're looking at
can't
you're looking at the wrong nominees list. That's for
okay.
best supporting character.
Professional.
Where is it?
It's the nominees list under the award.
Oh, I see. Okay, I read it backwards. Whoops. Okay. Marin Kita, fuck out of here, bro. Okay, Comey makes sense. Oh my god, did anyone watch Kotaro Lives Alone on Netflix?
No. I didn't end up watching it.
Bro, you ever want to be fucking depressed and watch something? You ever just want to watch an anime and just be like, wow, I fucking hate my life. I should go adopt a kid. Go watch Kotaro Lives Alone. You'll feel like that the entire time. Like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm a piece
Bro,
of
I
shit.
wa-
I should go adopt a kid.
Bro, I watch Rent a Girlfriend. I don't want to get depressed.
Yeah. No, that's a different
I'm done.
kind of depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Shinoda blipped out of
All right.
existence.
Oh, Chinoda's here?
Boji-
Let me pull him in.
they include Boji and Kage.
It's
same
Chinoda.
from the exact same fucking
One moment.
animes. It doesn't make sense. Like why? But anyway, point is, must protect at all
There he is.
costs. Kotaro, just I'm gonna tell you something. I watched this. It's not amazing. Okay, it's just like obviously this thing
It's
is
just
here
good.
to make me sad.
Mm.
But it's pretty good. Like learning about oh my god, when you learn about Kotaro and why he lives alone, and you're just like wow.
Crazy,
Like-
that's the name of the show.
Rent a goat friend, yes.
Rent a goat friend. No, but like in Kotaro Lives Alone, it's voiced by I was about to say Rie Takahashi. He's like, no.
Not
Kugimiya.
quite, not quite.
No, the other Rie Kugimiya.
Rie Kugimiya.
Voices, yeah, the Tsundere queen herself voices Kotaro. At least I think so. I don't remember. But
I'll look
watching
it up.
it
Hold
on Netflix, I always like having some just background noise when I'm watching shit.
Hmm.
So I was just like, what is this? Kotaro Lives Alone? It looks kind of bad. And I was like, I'll watch it. I watch it. And I'm just like, oh, it's kind of funny. And then you get more into it. And you're like, oh, there's a pain. Oh, there's a pain right here in my heart. Oh,
And
oh
then
no.
eventually
Oh,
like,
what is,
oh
what
fuck,
is this
this is
salty
fucking
fluid
depressing.
flowing out of my eye holes?
John
What is
was
this?
correct.
What is
It
this
Rie
salty
Kugimiya.
discharge from my eyes?
It is
Yeah,
Ray
so-
Kugimiya.
I personally liked Kotaro Lives Alone. I don't think it's like amazing. Like,
But it
there
is
are much
depressing.
sadder- Well, I was watching something else during the same time I was watching Code. I was talking about this in the Discord chat where I was just like, everything I'm watching right now is making me depressed because it just makes me want to be a father. Like I need to protect these children at all costs.
Are you rewatching Clannad again, John? Can you
No.
please stop
No,
it.
it was just like, what the fuck? There's something else that I was watching that was the same deal where I was just like, I feel so much emotions about kids dying right now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Is this the time in my life where it's like, hey, you haven't made a kid yet. You should probably make a kid. It's like, no, keep away from me.
I think
I'm not ready.
biology.
It might
Condoms,
be.
you're my friends.
Yeah, not
It might be
amazing, but it is
biology.
depressing.
I might
AKA
be at that
Natai.
age in my life where I'm just like, I've got baby fever, you know? Like, it's like, yeah, you look at all these sad anime about these poor kids that don't have parents. You could be a parent. You could be a damn good
Wait.
parent. And you're like, I could be.
Wasn't the point of Spy Family is to make the Japanese people want more babies like Anya?
Kind of.
I mean, I don't know if the original anime was created for that,
No, probably
Like-
not. I'm just joking.
but in
Guys,
like,
guys, you got to remember, it's all a part of the master plan by Abe.
Yeah,
Oh
it's,
my
it's-
God,
it's
yeah.
his, it's his master plan from the grave.
Oh God, no.
I still think that was the whole point of Darling in the Franxx, is to get people to bang.
I mean, maybe that seems more plausible than anything else, in my opinion.
I do want to say one thing I did like, my boy Zach Aguilar winning Best Voice Actor in English for David in Cyberpunk was.
Shoutouts to him, yeah.
He did a really good job.
Oh, we're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about the Crunchy Awards. Okay.
Yeah.
We need
So
more
again-
anime shows like Gate. Yeah, see, Gate originally was written as a light novel to just jerk off the JSDF, and then like the anime came out and they're like, yeah, this is amazing propaganda. Thanks for jerking us off, man. We're gonna use this to try to recruit weebs to fight for us. I'm like, what the fuck?
I wonder how
Japan.
successful it was.
Probably not.
First and foremost, Japan's not allowed to have a military after World War II.
No, but that's what I'm saying. JSDF. Yeah. Not military.
I mean, technically speaking, the JSDF is not a military. Because again, they're legally not
Let's
allowed
go,
to. After World War
militias.
II.
Take the power back to the people.
No, I'm serious. So the JSDF is not. There's like semantics about it, but basically,
It's a defense force.
it's a defense force for like it's like how we have the National Guard and stuff. Like it's their own version of that. They're not technically a military force because after World War II and basically what Japan did during World War II, everyone was like, "You're not allowed to have a military, Japan."
Yeah. Bond's voice actor should win every award. I agree, and I think that
It should be
Markiplier
Markiplier.
not
Markiplier.
doing the voice of him in English was a terrible idea.
I'm calling out someone. Please go edit fucking Markiplier to voice Bond. in
We can
Spy
do
Family.
this. We know we can do this.
We can do this. We can do this together. That'll be incredible.
Yeah.
Borf.
Borf. just hearing Markiplier go Borf, Borf.
When he poops.
I didn't know someone Cho ProZD did Kage in Ranking of Kings.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
How
Amelie
come-
did Marin Kitagawa. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Amelie,
It's a big
aka
role.
Amanda Lee, aka Lee and Lai, aka Dami Mommy,
She's been-
aka
She's been like
John
doing
Cho.
a lot of dub work in the past few
John,
years.
put your
Like,
boner away.
you guys haven't seen. You don't know Lee and Lai. You don't watch actual VTubers.
I
You only
do,
watch
I
that
do,
Hollow
I
Live
do
crap.
know this, John.
Bro, I've been watching Lee and Life for ages. What are you talking about?
I rickrolled
cover.
Natai today. Did you? That's good.
That
to
son
hear.
of a bitch. Listen to me. That son of a bitch. So he,
Are we done? Are we, hold on, before we move on, are we done talking about this? Because I want to get this shit off my screen.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I'm-
get it,
I don't
get
care
it.
about the list anymore.
Okay.
I'm over it.
We're back.
Crunchyroll, get better
That-
standards.
How about just not make it a fucking popularity contest and just get
Oh.
judges?
Oh, real
my
quick,
favorite is
because I
like,
didn't.
oh, we're not gonna put the fall season in the anime because we don't want a clean sweep in before a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, just because I didn't really get any time to say anything about it. Holy shit! Was this like just one person doing it, or was it an actual team of an echo chamber? Because
I
what
mean-
the fuck?
Allegedly, it was like partially fan vote, partially judges. I don't know.
That's what they say every year, though. You know, right?
Who knows?
Why do I not believe this?
There's a really good reason you don't believe it, because I don't believe it either.
But no, like what a shit show of a judgment, and like whoever decided these things, like you really did not give any critical analysis. And also, what the fuck's with Hitler winning Best Boy? What's up with that? Aaron won.
Oh my god!
Did he win Best Boy?
Not Best Boy,
Well-
but which award was it?
Best
Alex, you have
anime
it up.
character.
Yeah. The fuck's up with that?
Yeah, Boji should have won that. What the fuck?
Boji's ineligible. She's a fall character.
John
No,
Scott?
Boji, not Bochi.
Oh, Boji.
Yeah,
My
Boji.
bad.
Boji.
I
John
still
is-
can't believe Demon Slayer is the best fantasy anime. Come on, guys.
Look,
All right, leave
man.
Mushoku Tensei out of it. Fuck you,
Posture
Ricky
check,
Games.
stretch, citrus, Jesus, everything. All right.
Yeah, well, I'm the only one that has a citrus, and also Natai and John are completely frozen on my screen, so that's good.
I'm hydrating. Don't worry about it.
Hold on.
Does it count if I have a citrus drink?
I mean, it does,
two in
does it have
one.
vitamin C in it?
Hell yeah, it's got vitamin C.
That's the point.
Vitamin C for cunt.
Or cock.
Nice.
Down,
Vitamin
one,
D,
down.
Health check inbound. Yes. I also don't understand why John and Natai are the only ones frozen.
Fuck him, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Fuck them.
Oh, fuck you too.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Hold on. Let me
What's
try
your name?
reassigning him.
Put the
Ezekiel.
goat milk down.
Put the goat titties down.
God damn it. I would like to announce my resignation from Anime Club After Dark for internet harassment.
There we go.
No,
There's
fuck
John
you.
back.
You're the whipping boy.
Speaking of internet harassment, Alex's topic, am I right?
Are we gonna
Well,
do the
we haven't
Discord
even gotten
questions?
to the fucking Discord questions yet. We're, what, 30 fucking minutes into this?
I thought we were waiting for Chinoda to show up.
I don't know what we're
you guys
doing
didn't have
anymore.
to. What did I miss out on other than the Crunchy Awards? Just to
They
Oh,
talked
we were
about
just-
fucking The Last of Us for 800,000 seconds.
Oh.
And we're gonna keep doing that in an
And I'm
hour.
gonna keep talking about The Last of Us because I still gotta
No,
talk.
you're
there's
not. No,
still-
you're not.
There's so much.
No, you're not. That's
What?
you two. You two do that later. All right, Alex, keep going. Keep going. Move on to
I
whatever.
mean, I guess we can get to the questions. Why not? So we have
intro.
2 Valentine's questions. We were supposed to do a WTF in February. We never got around to it. I'm sorry.
Alex's fault.
So we have
We fucked up.
two questions from Class Ulysses regarding Valentine's Day. One is, what is our favorite Valentine's Day episode from any media?
Mm,
I don't think I have any.
I don't really know. Like Valentine's
have
Day
anything
is.
to-
I mean, obviously Valentine's Day is something that occurs in a lot of like romance centered like stories. But I can't say I really have a favorite.
I can't.
Nothing
So,
comes to mind.
first and foremost, I'm a like roses on a Tuesday type of guy. I'll do nice
Aw.
things because I feel like doing nice things.
Not just because it's
true. Like-
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I don't need a special day to prompt me. So to me, I don't really have a favorite Valentine's Day episode because I hate the fact that if you love someone, if you want to cherish people in your life, you shouldn't have to have a special reason to. Which is part of the reason why I don't like the holidays very much because you don't need a special magical time of the year to like just not be an asshole. Just don't be an asshole, right? Like, am I crazy?
Now
on
you're
this?
asking for too much.
Yeah.
Like, because during the holiday season, everyone gets more jolly, they're more upbeat and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is a great atmosphere. I love the holidays because of that. But at the same time, I'm like, why does it take a special month, a special time of the year for people to just be considerate of each other, to watch their mouths and actually like look out for each other? Why can't we just be like that all the time? I get that it's tiring to be like that, and I guess, but I don't know. And due to that, I don't have a favorite Valentine's Day episode because again, I just do random shit all the time. Like last week, we went to the steakhouse last week for me and Lacey just because I didn't work on the weekend. I was like, hey, you want to go to that steakhouse and spend a shit ton of money? Just drink a bunch of wine? Like, yeah.
Let's
Like,
fucking
alright,
go.
And that's what we did. We
Let's
just had
get
a
our
little
let's
date
get our
night.
protein in for the month.
It was a lot of fucking protein. Yeah.
Oh, it was so much food. It was so good. I'm going again tomorrow with my buddies, but
Oh my
my
god.
Nice.
I'm not gonna be spending that much money
so
though.
soon.
Well, it's real. It's a
Oh.
good steakhouse, but point is, you shouldn't wait for a special day to prompt you being nice to people. If you want to show your affection, you should just do it. Is
Hmm.
my point. Like, there are plenty of times where I'll just be after work. I need to run to the store and get some, and I see some cute stuffed animal. I'm like, oh, Lacey would love this. I'll pick it up and I'll give it to her, you know. Or if I'm at the store and I'll be like, oh, my coworker was talking about how they really wanted this. I'll get it for them, and I'll get it and I'll bring it to them. Like that's just me, how I feel. If I just how I feel, like I can't explain why. You know, I can actually explain it. It was because my older sister taught this to me. Because
Good sister.
I'm gonna be honest, I used to be a little bit of a robot, like unemotional, like really didn't care about what people thought and just cared about myself only. And when you have that type of output on life, you just kind of hate everyone. Like it's always, like I watched it on South Park. It's always easy to justify everyone else being assholes if you always victimize yourself. And that's a shitty mindset to have, dude.
Yeah.
And once I let that go and started just living my life how I wanted to and just appreciating people around me, all of a sudden I felt better. I was like, wow, who'd have thought that when I started appreciating people and not taking things for granted, that I'd feel better on the inside because I can learn to let go of petty stuff. That doesn't mean I don't get mad still and I'm not petty or stuff. Like I'm real fucking petty on some things. But for the most part, like I think about people a lot now. And I honestly, it's thanks to my older sister because when I first moved out and life wasn't going so good for me, I remember we lived together and she'd always yell at me and be like, I'm always considerate of you. I'm always thinking about you whenever I'm out. I'm always at like just getting you food and just like something that small. Like she'd be out at like Wendy's and she'll get me something. She'll get me a burger or something at least, right? Because she's always thinking about me. And after I got over being a shitty person, I really took that to heart. And I was just like, you know what? That's some really good advice. Like just show your appreciation to the people you love in small ways. It doesn't matter how small it is. It doesn't matter how big it is. And you don't have to do it all the time. It's just that the fact that I am being thoughtful and mindful of these people in my life that I cherish, it shows a lot. And that's just so I'm getting way off the topic about the Valentine's
John
Day.
being a real life Hachiman right now.
Yeah, right.
It's good, it's good.
I came
A lot of
here to
people
make
need
goat
to
jokes and
stop
harass
this.
Natai, not to feel. Damn it.
Well,
Sorry.
you guys might not have a favorite thing. I'll go with, it's not an episode, but I fucking love the Valentine's arc from Kaguya-sama. That shit was hilarious.
Hold
and
up, no
lovely.
spoilers, buddy. No, not. I haven't watched.
I
it
did.
yet.
I wasn't even saying spoilers.
No
Just general.
spoilers, as you guys casually spoil The Last of Us in the very first part of the podcast.
No,
I don't worry about that.
Everyone who played the game.
So
No.
for me,
The game's like
I love
20 years
that.
old.
That was some of my
10.
favorite Valentine's thing. Second favorite would probably have to be, I don't even know what season or whatever, but Valentine's episode for Supernatural. So
Oh,
yeah.
God
okay.
fucking damn it! It's always supernatural in these parts.
What do you want? What do you
Have you not
want?
seen
I came from Tumblr. What do you
I've
want?
never watched it. No.
Oh, yeah, no.
No.
You
That
came from
explains so much
yeah,
to know
Tsunoda,
that.
you came from Tumblr and it shows.
Yeah,
It
it really does.
In both ways.
Yeah. So the second part of the Valentine's question is, what is your favorite Valentine's snack? Everything that goes on sale the day after Valentine's Day.
What
Alright.
you
God
said.
damn it.
So- I think my favorite Valentine's Day snack is probably those little they're like maraschino cherries, but they're inside of chocolate.
The chocolate covered cherries.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're
fuck?
called. There's an actual name for them.
I know what you're talking about, and I forget what they're called too, but they're delicious.
And all I do is what I'll do is I'll bite off the bottom so I can just get to the maraschino cherries, and then I'll spit out the chocolate.
You know, you
Something
can
about
buy
the cherries.
maraschino cherries.
No, but it's not in the same goopy sauce that they have inside. I don't know what it
God.
is.
Gosh.
I like the well, this
I
is
hate
more of an
those
This is more of an Easter candy.
I think it's incredible that they made a game so quickly about a TV show that came out like a month ago.
Yeah, and the game is really true to the show. This is
No,
more
it's
of a
not.
more of
They
it.
have gay characters in the show and
Oh
not
my
in the
God.
game. What are you talking about? Worst show ever. How come there can be gay people in the apocalypse? Fucking
Bro,
Ben Shapiro, dude. What the
I
fuck?
know. I was about to bring that up. I was like, he's talking about the Bill and Frank episode. All right, we're not talking about that right now.
Enough.
Stop trying to go off track.
It's more of a Easter candy, but I really like the little Reese's eggs that they come out with this time of the year. I know it's
Bro, Reese's is the most overrated shit ever.
fuck you.
Reese's
No,
suck-
fuck you.
Wow.
Reese's suck ass.
All right, you're not an American, so I'll let it fly.
I mean, I'll agree with you. It's overrated, but like sucks ass.
All right, no,
I don't know.
let me
about
make
that.
a point here. Sit the fuck down, Alex. You're gonna want to be sitting down for this.
Do I need to strap myself to the chair?
American sweets are fucking F tier compared to the rest of the world.
I mean,
like,
I've had
so much
had
sugar.
candy from around the world. Most of it is just okay.
I should mail you.
No,
No,
Alex.
no.
You're used to the sugar. That's what's speaking.
Let me-
You're
Yeah.
used to the.
I don't
me
even
just
like
say that
sugar.
that's
What the
super
fuck are you
sugary
on
stuff.
about?
I will just
sweets.
say,
American
I think that
sweets.
American sweets are the worst of the worst. Like I don't know what it is about American sweets that I don't like, but Asian sweets, confectionaries are way superior. European is like just don't even compare, bro. You want to talk about actual good chocolate? I thought I hated chocolate. Turns out I just hate shit like Hershey's.
Oh,
That
the
shit's
best the
garbage.
best chocolate in the world comes from Switzerland. I'll be honest with you there.
Whoa, who's this? Peanut butter sucks ass in general. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, do you know what? Forget sweets. You know what one of my favorite like treat myself kind of snacks is? Like if I've been a really good boy, if I've been a good senpai, I just go get a fucking giant spoon and just go in a jar of peanut butter and just eat that shit.
Oh, fucking
Jesus
disgusting.
Peanut
Go
butter
wash
is
your
delicious.
face,
I love peanut
you
butter.
trash. Go wash your mouth.
But I will say, I was about to say wings. Like I love eating chicken, like fried wings. But
Put sugar on that shit.
You know,
no.
you know what's delicious? Fucking wings covered with like a peanut butter sauce. Holy shit, that's heavenly. I'm not gonna lie. I ate that like a few days ago.
Bro, that's just like Thai. That's just like Thai peanut sauce. You put it on
Yeah.
top of wings. It's the
It's
same
delicious.
stuff. Yeah, it's good.
Delicious.
And there's nothing wrong with Hershey's. There's nothing wrong.
No, Hershey, bro, get Hershey's,
Hershey's
is the
is
worst
good.
fucking chocolate. No, I
No,
hate
it's not.
Hershey's.
It's okay.
No, it's
It's
garbage.
not that
bro.
bad.
I ate an
No.
entire 3-pound Hershey bar once. It was great.
God,
3 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
bro.
Jesus.
Even, like freaking American Nestle is garbage too. Like European Nestle is so much superior, so much.
European Nestle is fucking awesome, dude.
But yeah, my answer to the question is literally all the snacks that go on sale the day after Valentine's Day. Like
Yeah, it's hard to beat that.
in the U.S., I'm assuming it's the same way around the world where people actually celebrate Valentine's Day. Like grocery stores have like 50% plus off sales on all of their candy the day after Valentine's
Hershey's
Day.
tastes like puke. It's not an opinion. It's a fact, bro. Preach.
I mean,
Fucking preach.
I've been eating it for years and I haven't puked once, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, but we all know your
God.
taste, so.
yeah.
I'll be honest, like I'm very easy to impress when it comes to food because I will eat some of the nastiest shit and say it's fine. I'd eat that again.
I mean, clearly, you
Literally-
like Hershey's.
Literally, Denji eating puke. It's like, oh, it's
Oh
pretty good.
yeah, literally.
Like I eat liver and onions.
I think liver and onions is good though. So
I think it's pretty good.
What's that?
liver and onions,
Liver
it's
and
pungent
onions.
as shit.
Liver
but I
and
think it
onions?
tastes good.
No, liver and onions.
What? It's literally liver and onions.
It's beef,
Yeah.
liver, and onions. It's good. I mean, but a lot of people think it's disgusting.
I don't know, man. Half the shit you guys have over there is so oily and greasy. It's disgusting.
Oh, you say that, but you were sitting there just lopping that fucking Waffle House bowl up, man.
Dude, that was incredible.
You were
That
sitting
was
there.
incredible.
The dude is sitting next to me, and he's almost afraid to start eating it, and he takes one bite, and he's like, hum, hum, hum.
That was so good. That was so fucking good. I felt so fat.
It's the point where I looked at him and I said, Natai, chew.
Chew.
I couldn't chew.
What a beautiful Dwayne.
Dwayne, bruh. That fucking frosting. I will never forget that shit from Taco Bell. That was abhorrent.
Oh, the
That was
Cinnabon bites?
disgusting. Ugh.
Oh yeah, the
Frosting.
little.
Cinnabon is an acquired taste, I feel.
It's not
I
an
love the
acquired
Cinnabon.
taste. It tastes like shit. That
I
tastes
mean,
like.
I know
food.
it tastes like garbage, but I love it. So like,
How can you eat that?
very
Oh.
easily.
It's It's like
grew up in
someone would like put you down. and
Natai, you
pour
don't get this
just wash
big
sugar in
without
your
loving
mouth.
that shit, okay?
Years and years of eating processed foods, Natai. That's how.
I mean, I would argue that's a big problem with just Americans in general because we eat so much
Oh,
processed
absolutely.
food. We don't know what fresh
Oh,
food
you guys
tastes
have
like.
more than one problem. Let's be
Well,
honest.
one of several problems, but one of them. All right, next question comes from New Vegas Savior. What are your favorite couples? And we can
anime or in
do
general?
straight or BGs or BL/GL. If I'm gonna go with anime, I mean, I love Koyomi and Itagi from the Monogatari series.
Oh yeah, they're probably one of.
You and I and
Maybe
Natai
top
just
five.
got finished watching Awaria season 2.
Driver Gahara. Where he's like amazed she has a driving license. She's like, whoa.
That
She's
scene
talking shit.
where she turns to him and says, "Call me by my name," and she
Say
says,
my name.
"No," and Koyomi says, "I call you Shinjikahara all the time," and she says, "No, my first name," and he just looks at her and goes, "Hitagi." And this big old smile, and she does this smile. It's like,
He does the smile. Oh, it's so fucking cute.
Jesus
It's so
Christ.
cute. No,
Listen.
no, it's not. Show when you understand, boy.
Yeah,
I'll watch it eventually.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
No, so I
be
was
fair.
at my local anime store with Evan like 2 days ago. They have the entire series, and it's like $100 or 90 each. And I
Watch
was
it on
like,
Crunchyroll.
yo,
It's okay. Don't worry.
no. I want to get the Blu-rays, and I want to watch it that way.
If you're gonna get the Blu-rays for the entire series, that's like a $1,100 investment.
Yeah.
I'd recommend the Blu-rays only for Bake because for some reason that's the one that got the most fucked up on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
In terms of its
So
release.
on Crunchyroll, Bakemono still to this day, they do not have the final 3 episodes of the season.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Or 4.
It's 3 or 4 episodes, and the resolution is hard locked at 720.
For
What?
some reason.
Yeah, I know. I don't
It
understand.
might even be 4. Might be
Oh no!
wrong.
Yeah, it's 480. It's 480, not even
480.
720.
What?
There are some
Are you
random shows on
serious?
Crunchyroll that are hard locked to 480. One of them is Bake, the other I think is on Ohana. I don't remember which others, but yeah. It's weird.
Jesus.
Natai is used to milk right from the source.
God fucking damn it.
Goat milk
I
is pretty
milked
good
the
though.
guy.
That river of jokes is just ran dry, dude. I'm like,
I don't
so
know.
unfazed by
Your
this
friends
shit.
keep proving you wrong about that.
You're just easy to. The moment you see the word "go," you're like. Losing your goddamn mind.
Anyway, favorite anime couples, people.
Taiga and Ryuji.
That's a
Taiga and
beautiful
Ryuji,
couple.
yeah.
Taiga
Yeah.
and Ryuji. Yuta and Rika, fucking protect at all costs.
Yukino and Hachiman.
No.
Shinji in his right hand.
Shinji and his right. Obviously, my boy Naruto and Hinata, best
Yeah.
couple.
No. My boy
very
Naruto
couple.
and Sakura. Am I right?
No,
Oh, fuck
out of
you.
here. Shimon and Nia, that's a really good couple. I love them. I love them
Lloyd
together.
and Yor.
I mean, are they a couple though? I feel like it's
It's
cheating.
a good joke.
And
It needs to end in them
Okabe
having
is
passionate sexual intercourse, Natai.
Okabe and
Stop.
Kurisu. That's it. Those are like my favorite couples of all time.
What was your last chip?
Okabe and Kurisu.
Christina.
yeah.
Christina.
Dude.
Holo and Lawrence, obviously.
Trying to think.
I fucking love
Guts and Casca.
Kazumine. Oh, that's a good one.
I love Guts and Casca.
Ah, yeah, that's bro.
Bro.
Every time we talk about freaking Berserk, I just like, whoa. I'm just like,
I What other couple do you really enjoy?
I'm trying to think if there's
I don't
any
know.
like
We should do an episode about couples, you know?
we well. I was gonna say we kind of did that, but we really talked about our crushes, not couples.
I know, right?
I can't think
some
of
good
any
ones,
others
though.
that I'm like besides ones that have already been mentioned that I'm like super keen on off the top of my head.
It's interesting.
Hmm.
Oh wait, fucking Nagisa and Tomoya
Tomoya?
from Clan Ad. Yeah, I like them
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of shows. We get to see more of their relationship. You know.
All right.
Oh
and
wait,
Shinoda's
hold
gone.
up. One last shout out. Nagisa's parents from Clan Ad. I
Oh,
love that
yeah.
couple.
Yeah.
There you go.
Also, Shinoda just fucked off. There we
Shinoda's
go.
There you go.
He's back.
I'm back.
Okay.
Did he kick you?
No, I didn't kick anybody.
No.
No, I'm talking to
just-
Shinoda.
I didn't do shit. What do you want?
Oh, Streamlabs is just being weird to us. Again.
Yeah. We're
Anyway.
gonna have a meeting about this later.
We are.
Yes,
news
we
to
No,
me.
we're not. I'm going to sleep later.
Fuck you, it'll be 5 minutes.
Okay, next question comes from Classy Ulysses. If you get reincarnated into a slice of life anime world, which MC would you get reincarnated as? What was the MC's
Kazuma.
name in Flying Witch? Because I want to be in
Yeah,
that
no,
world.
I want to be in that Flying Witch world. 100% Flying Witch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
a slice of life anime. My bad.
Or Yui from K-On! I could do that too.
Honestly,
Oh.
Nichijou seems like a lot of fun.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would be amazing.
I don't know, man. You might. Who would you reincarnate as though? Like one of the girls? Yuko?
Professor for shits and
Maybe
giggles.
Hakase, and then you have
Professor.
Nano and Sakamoto.
Oh, you know what would be perfect? Fucking all of us reincarnate as Daily Lives of High School Boys.
Ah, yes!
Oh,
Yes!
Incredible.
I'm here for
Konoha
it.
Jack.
I don't know what, Jack.
Ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na. Jack joined the party.
Shinoda, do you have an answer
Incredible
for
show.
this?
Everyone should watch Daily Lives of High School Boys. Awesome comedy.
I've realized Shinoda's frozen again. Haha.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Not for
Anyway.
Seems like an Alex
Anyway.
issue.
No, it's not,
I'll
because
say-
everyone else is fine.
I'll say Slime Diaries. Fucking love it.
Is it a slice of life?
I mean, it's a
I'm
slice of
down
life
with
in
that.
terms of an
Diaries is-
isekai, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely an isekai.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
Really?
I need to watch
Bro.
season 2 sometime.
Bro.
I fell off the hype train. I liked season 1,
You don't
Like, I
have to
never
join
got
the
into
hype
Super-
train. It's just good on its own.
but I don't care enough to watch it. I'm not invested
Ugh.
enough to give a shit. It has no point.
It's a good show. I like it.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I just don't. I don't care enough. I don't know.
All
right.
Next question.
Next question. If the podcast was an anime, what would the OP and ED songs be? And this is from
Oh my
Shiro.
god.
I can tell you, I don't know about the OP and ED, but the OST would definitely be done by Hiroyuki Sawano.
The OP.
Okay.
Edie would
I
be
want.
dance-
I want. You and Alex to decide because it's gonna be one of them. The OP or ED is gonna be a jazz soundtrack.
No. You're going way too far. It is Dancing Queen. OP would be fucking. Shit.
It would
on,
be
guy.
shit, you're right.
What would be? What's the band name? What song are you thinking of?
No, I'm going back to karaoke nights. That's what I'm trying to.
Oh my
the Memories
God.
of flooding in.
All the way.
Memories
back
of flooding
there.
in.
Oh.
Try to think, what were some of the songs we did sing? I don't remember.
I remember all of them. That's the problem.
Well, then we clearly weren't drinking enough, were we? Remember that
Bro,
time
I-
we were doing vodka shots and the waiter brought us Hennessy shots instead? That was great.
That's right. That's right.
Let me tell you something. When you're
Bro.
doing vodka shots and you're expecting vodka and it's fucking Hennessy, that is a huge shock to your system.
It's a surprise for
Oh.
sure. What would be a good OP for
I
us?
don't remember that.
You don't remember this? Oh my god. I guess
thought
thank
Do
we
you
you.
remember the
order Hennessy.
fucking
Was it
can of
vodka?
beer
Was
that
it
you
supposed
fucking
to
pulled
be?
out of the floor?
It was supposed to be vodka shots, but the waiter gave us a tray full of Hennessy shots.
Oh, I'm used to doing shots of Hennessy, so I was like,
Oh,
whatever.
I'm- More power to
horrible.
you. That stuff is nasty.
I got it. I got the OP.
Okay.
Go.
I'll make a man out of you from Mulan.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
You know what? I'd do that. Yeah, that'd be a good OP and ED. Sure. All right. So
You can
next
also use
question.
Chicky Chicky Bum Bum.
God, fuck you. Fuck you.
good.
It's a good OP. It's a good OP.
Wow.
All right, next question also comes from Sheep. A magical hobo grants you the power to rewrite a single episode of an anime you love or hate. What anime and what episode do you pick, and what would you change about the episode?
The entirety of SAO.
No,
Bro, I
can't do that.
there was a time where I sat down and planned it all out, like all the things that would change about SAO to make it a better show. There's so many changes. It can't be contained in one episode. There's too many of them. You know.
I have an answer to this. However, it's for something I just recently finished watching, and we're doing a spoiler cast on it. So I don't know if I should say it here.
No, don't.
Alex.
You can say the name of the show.
It's Mob Psycho 100, yes.
Oh,
but
we're gonna fight later, Alex. We're gonna fight.
Listen, it peaked at episode 6. I'm just saying.
Oh, we're gonna fight. Wow. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to think if there's one that's not so recent. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that I like. I can certainly think of things that I love or hate that I would change, but I don't know what specifically I would change.
I know exactly what I'd do.
Go ahead.
What? Go ahead.
In the very last episode of Guilty Crown, I'd kill Shu Otani and make him die. Because I don't think it's right for him to live with the memory of what's her face. I don't even remember her name. Pink hair girl, the girl. But in my opinion, if he died at the end, I would have actually liked the show a lot more. But the fact that they just made him blind and he's always in forever an embrace in his mind of her at the end, and I'm just like, no, he should have died. She didn't deserve to die alone. You should have died with her, you punk bitch.
Oh boy!
Wow, you have strong feelings about this.
I hate Oh My Shoes, dude. Oh My Shoes is like the worst fucking character.
Was Guilty Crown that bad?
Yes.
Oh boy!
I like how you had to think about it for just a second.
I mean, I was like, is it bad or am I just like hateful of it? I'm like, it's not bad if you like good anime, so yeah, it's bad.
I got another pick for this question.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna explain, like, the thing with Guilty Crown is that it tries to do everything Code Geass does, but worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
One day you'll watch it, won't you, Natai?
You don't need to watch it. I mean, the soundtrack's good. I like the music, but I just hate everything else.
Is it a Tokyo Ghoul case where it's like the music is incredible, but you're watching a shit show?
No, what's bad about it is that the first half is just like your regular slice of life, and then it's like, oh, he comes into power, and then the second half is like post-apocalyptic, like everything, there's high stakes and everything, and kind of just shit happens.
Is that major of a shift?
Yes! Just dynamic shift. There's faction wars, girls selling themselves, whoring themselves out in the second half. Like, crazy fun. And I'm just like, what the hell? Tonal whiplash.
Looking around for new tonal whiplash.
For me, it's the second half of Darling in the Franxx. Yeah, I mean, it does kind of fall off in the last, well, certainly in the last few episodes.
Nah, it has to be one specific episode according to this. So,
well, I mean,
when you change one episode that dramatically, it kind of changes
what comes after it for sure.
Yeah,
assuming it's not the last episode.
Literally one change. I hate myself and my friends. I guess we're watching Rip the Girlfriend right now.
Oh my god, why?
You really do hate yourself.
Jesus, you really hate yourself.
It's the worst show I've ever seen. It's worse than Magical Warfare, John.
Oh,
it's so bad.
That's a tough order, dude. That's a real tough.
It's so bad. And it's like, I have a perfect change, and it takes one line, and it'll just end the entire show. It's like, it's so bad. Like, I could talk about Red the Girlfriend all day, but it's like up to you guys if I want to go into that rabbit hole.
I don't really want to. No, it's terrible.
Oh god, it's garbage, dude. It's so. And you know what's the crazy thing? At first, I was like, I picked this show.
You picked Red the Girlfriend? What is wrong with you?
Listen.
You have no one to blame but yourself.
Context. So me and my buddy, my good friend who got me into One Piece, we took a pause from One Piece. We're waiting for the current arc to end, so we're looking for shows to watch in the meantime. So I was like, perfect. I know this one show, Rent a Girlfriend, that'll be garbage, and I picked this one specifically because he is someone who's like, the moment you lose logic in the show, he loses it. He can't contain himself. He's like he's punching the air. He's shadow boxing out of frustration. That's how much he gets into it. It's incredible.
Jesus.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So I was like,
love it.
I need to watch this show with you. I need to see how this is gonna affect you. And we're watching it. It's like the seventh first episode. And it's like, it's bad, but it's not that bad. I'm like, oh man, this show is kind of under delivering what I was promised. It's like, that's a shame. And then we get to one episode where it's the first time I ever cringed at an anime, dude. It was so bad. It's so garbage. It's like every bad decision a character can make in this show, they all make. There are no good people in this fucking show. They're all pieces of shit. It's incredible. They're all a bunch of cunts. I hate it so much.
I don't know anything about Rent a Girlfriend other than like the episode where he's daydreaming that his girl is getting NTR'd. The girl that he likes, his crush, is getting dicked
That's
down
in,
by some
yeah, that's in the
other
manga
dude.
apparently. Yeah, he's
Okay,
like
so
apparently he's in a pool and he's like dreaming of his girl being like fucked or whatever, and then he comes in the pool.
Natai, I love you, but shut up for a moment before I forget.
What?
I know what I would change. Dororo, the one where that the girl that Hyakimaru falls in love with, she doesn't die. That's the one
Spoilers.
thing
Yeah, spoilers.
Oh my
damn it,
god,
Shinoda.
it's over 50 years old.
yeah, I know for real.
God. 50
I haven't watched
years
it.
old.
I haven't watched it.
And the
sorry.
remake has been out for a
You
long
haven't.
time
You say
now.
50 years old. You haven't read the original manga. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
None of us have.
That's a bold statement. Do you
Has anyone here read
do you
it?
think I haven't read it, Natai?
You read the original manga.
I have read the original manga from Musume Tezuka. Yes, I
God
have.
fucking damn it.
Wow, okay.
God fucking damn it. Excluding Alex.
Well,
My
Natai,
statement
shut the
remains
fuck
the
up.
same.
Not like you're gonna watch it at this point.
I
Fuck
am.
you.
What? What are you talking about? I will watch it.
You
Just because
will,
I haven't watched it. I'm not a seasonal whore like you, Chinoda.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll wait for the
You're
good
right.
shit.
Wait, I need Natai to finish his thought about Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh yeah, please go on. Sorry, I just need to.
No,
say
I
that
just
real
like I
quick.
cringe about it so much because they're all pieces of shit and I hate them so much. Oh, the entire conceit of the show is that this guy is lying to the entire world that this rental girlfriend that he hires is his actual girlfriend, right? All right.
Yeah.
Skip forward like 8 episodes. This other piece of shit chick shows up and she's like, "Well, I love you. I want to be your actual girlfriend." And he's like, "Oh, this beautiful chick throws herself at me and wants to be my girlfriend. No, I don't want it." It's like, what? That's your entire mission in this show, to lose your virginity. What's wrong with you? It's like, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
That's all the context you need. Fast forward to episode 8. He's going on this date with his girlfriend to meet his family and whatnot. All right, all is well, whatever. And then, out of nowhere, this second chick shows up and she's like, "Hi, everybody. I'm his girlfriend." It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do that? You don't do that. What?
I feel like Rent a Girlfriend was literally written by an alien.
It was written by an incel. I don't think it was.
Bro, chill.
I don't know which is worse.
No,
It's
I'm
written
not
by an
gonna
alien
chill.
or an incel. I don't know which is worse.
Probably it's the same. It's an alien incel. Oh, I'm traumatized. I need to say something about this show.
All
It
right.
has to have meaning.
All right. Next question comes from New Vegas Savior. What are your favorite what ifs in anime, manga, light novels, etc.?
I hate what ifs.
I also hate what ifs.
I have.
However, hold on. I hate what ifs. However, I do like alternative storyline stuff that is created by the actual creator. Case in point, in Overlord, there's the Evil Eye spinoff where what if Ainz reincarnates into the world 500 years before Nazarick shows up. So then he fights like he's a different person.
I
and the
haven't
person
read
he
that.
meets. So it's obviously just a light novel one, but it's a spinoff that Maruyama did where what if Ainz reincarnates into the new world 500 years before Nazarick shows up, and he meets Kinu, who is Evil Eye. Shit's Evil Eye. So he meets Evil Eye as a kid, like when she first turns into the Vampire of Destruction, when that empire that got destroyed by the evil plague dragon, and it's actually super interesting. And I was like, I would read this. So I like that, but that was official what if. Secondly, the other what if that I would really like was oh my god, what was it? I just had it in my head.
Clement.
No, in the world of Ultimate Games is tough for mobs. Same scenario. The author actually did a what if spin-off like novel volume where Leon, the main character, he actually he meets the girl that is supposed to be the evil reincarnated girl, but it's not his sister this time. And they actually get together. And I was like, kind of like it, but at the same time, I'm like, knowing what I know, it's like they're supposed to be siblings, but then it's like changing that one word of like, oh, they're actually not siblings though. They just don't realize that they're siblings and they fall for each other. I'm like, that's kind of gross. Writing is still funny. Yeah, it's incest. It's okay if it's incest and you don't know about it.
Incest TM.
Gosh, man, some of your dads.
Oh god.
But so I like what ifs when it's done by the official creators of light novels and stuff like that. I mind those because it's just well written in general. So
I have an answer to this that is not necessarily about writing. It's a what if for the anime industry. I wonder what the anime industry would look like, and particularly anime fandom would look like today, if shows like Attack on Titan had never been made. Because as much as I shit talk Attack on Titan, and it's not just Attack on Titan, like I think there's other things that came out around the same time, like Sword Art Online, that really propelled anime, for better or for worse, into more of a mainstream like audience. And I wonder if the anime industry and the anime fandom would be the same today if those shows and the manga or the source material that they're based on had never come out.
No, I feel like probably wouldn't have changed because the reason I say that is because you think about how many hit shows there are that have come across the border
since then.
Dragon Ball Super is still super. Dragon Ball is just super popular in general, just like still.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you've got the giants like One Piece, Naruto. Bleach, My Hero is super big. Jujutsu Kaisen's really big. There's always gonna be something to fill that void, in my opinion.
So you think it would have happened? It may have just happened later.
It may have happened.
Yeah.
I'm saying it would have happened eventually. Something else would have filled that hole, like Tokyo Ghoul, for example. It happened with Tokyo Ghoul. There's a big boom of anime, like of normies, because shit getting sold through freaking Hot Topic and stuff.
But I definitely think that around that time, you know, the 2010 to 2013, like I think that Attack on Titan and Sword Art Online had a huge impact on getting more people into anime. Because like for Crunchyroll in particular, like a lot of people got Crunchyroll accounts just to watch Attack on Titan when it first came out.
Definitely,
so my opinion is that reason why anime started getting really big is because people started streaming stuff in general more. And thanks to streaming services like Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, these services just having anime titles and pushing it onto people. Because you got to think about it this way. We had Toonami, right? For us who love cartoons, we had Toonami in America, at least in the West. Sorry, Natalia, you didn't have it, but we had Toonami to filter feed us like anime. We had Saturday morning cartoons, right? And that's how we got our anime delivered. But the name of the game has changed. Streaming is now king. Well, relatively king. But
although it's now turning to cable as well.
Yeah, it's turning into cable.
Yeah, but point is, people are streaming more than ever. Now more than ever. So eventually these companies needed to find outside revenue. And it's like, it's a no-brainer. Like, oh, this is a very popular show in this country. It's probably going to be popular worldwide.
Yeah.
It's also, but I definitely agree with John that it would have happened like at a certain point, no matter what, even without Attack on Titan or SAO. But you do like nowadays, like Japanese like productions put more stock in the Western viewers. Like it is like a valuable market that they like try and gear towards too. I mean, I think
That
it's
was
very
solely done by frickin' Trigger.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Trigger-
Trigger has a big part to play in it. I do think.
Yeah, I mean, I think literally, like, I think
mean,
it's
that
not
and
in.
All right, if we're being completely honest, it was probably what's the guy's name?
Who?
Hiroyuki
Imaishi?
Imaishi.
Shinkai.
Me.
Makoto Shinkai.
Oh, Makoto
Oh,
Shinkai.
Shinkai.
It was
Yeah.
probably Shinkai that put anime on the map for like Western viewers because of
I
is it
disagree.
Your Name?
Miyazaki as
Yeah,
well.
Your Name.
I would
Well,
say
I mean,
Miyazaki had a big hand in that too.
I think Miyazaki did the whole, but then that was more like Disney cartoon stuff. But I'm saying for
I feel
people
like
who
it's one of
aren't-
those things where Miyazaki walks so everybody else could run.
I think so too. I think Miyazaki did have to
Yeah.
walk so everyone like Shinkai could run. But my
Which
point
is
is
fine
that
to say, wow, because he did very
is-
well for himself. with
Yeah,
his-
my
he's
point
still
is
doing
it
very
is-
well for himself.
Yeah,
in Your Name, right? There are so many people who went to watch that movie just because they heard it was good, not because it was anime, not because of
Yeah.
anything. And for Ghibli films, a lot of people watch Ghibli films know it as like, oh, it's cute cartoon stuff, even though it has deeper meaning and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But because of how it was spread in the West, we kind of equate Miyazaki films, Ghibli films, to Disney films. They're kind of in the same vein.
yeah. Your
Right.
Name was massive.
Yeah, and
Your
it-
Name was just an anime. That was just a movie that people,
juggernaut.
everyone, everywhere wanted to watch.
Yeah, was yeah.
which I feel like is going to be the same thing with Miyazaki's next and probably last movie when it comes out.
Bro, he's been working on it for the past 8 years.
It's been a while. I'm predicting it now. It's gonna be, if it's not, it doesn't get there. It's gonna come awfully close. But I'm predicting it's gonna be the first $1 billion anime.
Ooh,
production
that's
or
a-
making?
that's a. I don't think so.
I think
you're-
total gross, because number one, it's gonna be huge in Japan when it comes out. It's gonna get a lot of money there. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty big all over Asia. But when it comes west, and particularly in North America, Disney has the distribution rights. They also have the rights to dub it, and they have the rights to market it. So they're number one, they're gonna get an all-star cast to do the English dub. They're gonna market the absolute ever-loving shit out of this movie, and it's gonna be shown in theaters for weeks and weeks and weeks.
I think you're giving it way too much credit. I think it's really gonna depend which kind of movie it is. Cause yeah, Miyazaki can like make an all access kind of movie, but $1 billion movie is like, I don't know, man. I don't think
That's
it's gonna be
ballsy
that.
claim, Alex.
I don't know. I'm just.
massive.
I have a feeling.
I wish. Don't get me
mean-
wrong. Like I wish all the best for him, but I don't.
I mean,
think
if the reviews come out before it launches in North America and it's getting absolutely eviscerated, maybe not. But if it's like anywhere near as good as something like Spirited Away, I definitely think $1 billion anime.
I wish if that would be incredible, but
Well, we'll see.
I don't know. I doubt it.
I don't know. It's a lot of. There's a lot of factors that are kind of playing in this movie's favor. The dude's old. Miyazaki's old.
Yeah.
I cannot see him be. I can see him like maybe doing collaboration work on a future project, but not writing, directing, and
done for
producing it.
this. No.
So I'm pretty sure this is gonna be his last movie.
Look, I fully believe that man will go to retirement, then come back out of retirement again for I don't know how many times now, and then
He'll
he'll
be the
just
Tom
keep on
Brady
working
of
until
anime.
he
The
falls
Tom Brady
dead.
of anime. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be surprised if he come. I don't think he'll like get away from the industry. I think he'll still do like collaborations. He'll do maybe some art and animation for stuff.
I don't know. It was never that much of a quote unquote fan of the industry. He's not an otaku type of guy, you know.
True.
Miyazaki. It's very old school.
True. He's just someone who has stories he wants to tell.
Yeah,
I don't
anime's
know.
just the medium.
I don't know, but that's my big what if for like the industry is like what if
It's a really interesting what if. I totally agree.
I'm with John though. I definitely think it probably still would have happened, but it would have been maybe a little bit later than it did happen.
He's 82, by the way, Miyazaki.
God damn.
So if he takes another
Yeah.
8 years to make another movie, he'll be 90 when it comes out.
What a legend.
Rough.
It's
I
just
see
like
him doing it.
it's just like people were talking about. So what do you think is going to happen with JoJo's Part 10? I don't think there'll be a fucking JoJo's Part 10. The dude's going to be in his 70s.
Let Araki retire already. We don't need part 10.
Araki's going to be in his fucking like mid to late 70s when Part 9 finishes. Don't make the man do another part. All right, so next question comes from, actually the next 3 questions come from Class Ulysses. Is there a canon or non-canon ship that you have a gravitation towards, and why? Holo and Lawrence from Spice and Wolf, because it's adorable.
Kind of like the same question as like our favorite.
Yeah,
anime.
it was what we just
Yeah.
But non-canon.
If you're talking non-canon,
non-canon, Hachiman and Yui. Obviously.
yeah, my
Yeah.
man.
That's a big one for me too. Yeah.
Agreed.
Actually, just Hachiman and literally everybody else.
Hachiman
No.
and Sensei.
Sensei.
Hachiman.
Leave
as long
the
as it's not
sister out of
Iroha.
it. God damn.
As long as it's not Iroha, then we're good.
I'll never forget that one time when I went to the panel with the author of Snafu, and like it was this fucking Chad. Someone from the audience went up to like the mic. It's like, well, who's best girl? And it's like, ooh, and then the author Watari Sensei is like, I don't have a horse in this race. Komachi is my favorite. There we go.
I love David and Rebecca from Edge Runners. That's my favorite non-canon ship.
Oh, poor Rebecca.
Poor Rebecca.
She doesn't get the D, literally.
She doesn't get the David.
He doesn't get the David.
Or the D. Try to think of a really like big non-canon ship that I like. A lot of the ships that I like end up being canon.
Yeah.
Me too.
Alex would be like, I win.
Yeah.
Win!
I mean, going back to the Monogatari series, Koyomi and Hanakawa.
I guess. Yeah.
I
guess.
In Bokudachi Tomodachi, whatever. I can't make any friends. That anime, a really bad one. My ship for that would have been main character guy in Senna.
Oh, okay.
Titted blonde girl.
I haven't watched that in a while. I kind of forgot a lot about it.
Rem and Subaru from ReZero.
Who's Rem?
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
who
who's
Rem is, dude. Never heard of this girl in my life.
Oh, Shinji and his right hand again.
Of course,
Yeah,
the best couple, the best.
No,
couple.
non-canon ship.
Natai. Shinji and his left hand.
That would be the
my God.
non-canon ship.
The favorite non-canon ship.
Oh, the best non-canon ship, Shinji and Karu.
Why you have to hurt heart like that?
Oh my.
Oh,
You gotta give it a little squeeze if you know what I mean.
Yeah. just a little squeeze. All right, the next 2 questions are kind of related, so I'm gonna ask them both at the same time. Who's the most overrated artist and writer, and who's the most underrated artist and writer? Now, I take this to mean like mangaka, because a lot of mangakas are artists and writers.
You're also like anime writer if you.
Yeah.
Creator.
I mean, if I'm going with like mangaka, I probably the most overrated is Isayama because Attack on Titan sucks. Also,
you're
the
so
art is not that
wrong.
good in the manga, and I think a lot of
So
even Attack on
fucking
Titan
wrong.
fans believe that.
I'm not talking about the art you're so wrong. The writing is so fucking good.
Most underrated mangaka is probably Oh Great. The dude can draw.
who's that?
So he's currently, well, I shouldn't say currently because it's ended. He did the Bakemonogatari manga.
Ah.
Fucking awesome, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking art in that is awesome. He's also taking the story in a
Wait.
completely different direction.
Has that series always had one author or multiple authors?
The Monogatari series was a light novel series. It was written by Nisio Isin and illustrated by Vofan. But Oh Great came in to do the manga adaptation.
Ah,
He's been doing incredible work.
And he's
with
been
it.
doing
Looks
absolutely
amazing.
phenomenal work.
Yeah.
His art in general is just really, really good, and I don't think gets enough credit.
Trying to think.
I will say, if we're like spreading them out, artist, writer,
Yeah, let's go all out with it.
my probably most overrated artist of all time is Jackson Pollock. Fuck that guy's art.
Yeah.
Most overrated
Kinda
writer, William Faulkner.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of that other guy that I fucking hate. Fucking the Campbell soup guy. What's his name?
Andy Warhol.
Campbell soup.
Andy
Fucking hate
Warhol.
Warhol. I fucking hate Andy Warhol.
Who is that?
Andy Warhol is a very
A fucking jack off.
odd
jack off.
artist.
Andy Warhol. All right. The one credit I give Andy Warhol is that He's the one who made it so artists can do random bullshit and get fucking paid bank.
And I hate him for it. I hate
Andy
that.
Warhol is the one who
I've never heard that name
commercialized
till now.
So he's the
Look
guy.
into it. He is a major part of art history. I fucking hate him.
And people like to jerk him off all the time, but I mean, I get it. He is the one who commercialized art. He's the one who was like, "I'll paint you for $10,000."
He made art a commercial enterprise.
Yes, so it's a good and a bad thing. It's bad for the art because it's not about art anymore; it's about making money. But it's good because people who make art and are great at it can make money.
Yeah.
So it's love-hate thing, but I think he's definitely over fucking hyped.
Also, this could just give you a good like insight into the type of person Andy Warhol is. Do you know about the pioneer of space probes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were like shot out into space in the 70s, the 60s and 70s. One of the things that NASA commissioned artists around the world to do was to make art that would go on the side of the probes. And a lot of artists made like really abstract pieces that just they looked cool, but they really didn't represent a whole lot. Andy Warhol drew a penis.
Guy walked out on his own son's movie.
Yeah, Miyazaki did walk out on his own son's movie.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
he's kind of an ass. But also, I have to say that like putting a dick on a probe is like the number one human.
I mean, it's definitely
do.
It
captures our spirit.
Andy Warhol was kind of like the first internet shitposter way before there was the internet.
I don't know about first, but
I hate Andy Warhol. Fuck that guy.
I'm trying to think what like the most underrated artist and writer I know is. I don't know. Underrated is a lot more difficult for me.
I don't really have any over or underrated manga stuff or like anime stuff.
Yeah,
I think everyone. Because in my opinion, I think everyone has their own appeal. Like as much as I hate My Hero, like I don't hate the author.
So I was gonna mention My Hero actually really quick.
Okay.
This is
give us your hot take.
Just because it's not a hot take. It's mainly just because I just like today watched the new episode that came out. Really fucking good arc, by the way. Season 6 has been awesome. And it I got curious. So I just went back and checked some of the manga panels for this specific arc. And I think that, say what you will about My Hero Academia, I think the art, for the most part, is really, really spectacular. I don't think enough has been, maybe I'm just in the wrong circles, but I don't think enough has been talked about how Horikoshi is like a really fucking good artist.
I'll be honest, like I'm not a huge fan of MHA, but I do think the art in the manga is pretty good.
Yeah, like again, the arc that the anime covers right now, there's a kind of a massive change in how the main character's general design is looked like. I'm trying to be vague in case someone hasn't watched it. And in the manga, it's like really fucking top tier art right there, like really not on the same level, but very reminiscent of like some really good shit that Muro did back in Berserk. I was really blown away by it. I just don't hear enough talk about Horikoshi being just a really good artist in general. So I wanted to put it out there real quick.
Okay. Before I move on, does anyone else have anything to add to this?
I don't have good answers to this question aside from that. There's a really good questions, but don't really have anything off the cuff.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we can move into some of the stuff that we want to talk about.
Oh wait, no. What about musical artists? You know who I fucking hate? Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Is your girlfriend around?
It's okay. She understands my opinion about Taylor Swift.
I feel like if she was actually in the room, she'd be strangling you right now.
Listen, Taylor Swift hasn't been good since the 22 album.
Anti-Hero was a good single. I liked it.
I don't know. I think I have a lot of opinions about Taylor Swift.
Like, I don't like her, but like she has some singles that I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's whatever. It's all right.
I like her older stuff a lot. Her newer stuff I don't think is that great. Like her last album that came out that topped all the Spotify charts and stuff like that. She definitely paid her way to get there.
About her like folksy album she did?
I don't fucking know, man. Like all I know is the songs were garbage and people were like top 10 songs of Spotify played was her album.
Bruh,
like,
if we're on that topic, I'm just
just
gonna
paid
say
for that.
I'm just gonna say, I think Dua Lipa is underrated. I think she should be a bigger
I
star than she
fucking
is.
love Dua Lipa.
Dude, I know, right? She's so good.
The music's pretty good.
It's
Totally biased though
good
because
shit.
I love Cold Heart with Elton John and Dua Lipa. I
It's
love
alright.
that
I don't.
song.
It's
Oh,
alright.
dude, it's
I
so
think
good.
like all the fucking retro stuff she did their last album was just good shit, dude. Good music.
I have no clue what you guys are on about.
Music.
Music.
I don't know who these people are. That's what I'm saying.
And you guys had
on,
dare to
Jordan.
call me fucking old with my music taste.
I have very selective taste. I listen to a
Bro,
couple
Alex,
things
we shared the
over and
car
over,
together
that's
for a
all.
few hours. You know what I like.
Yeah, fucking good music.
Shit.
Listen, I just know that when we were driving in the car together and I put music on, I knew that it was going to be fine because you and I have very similar tastes in music. I can put on some Pink Floyd, The Who, Queen,
Next time I come over, we should get high and listen to Pink Floyd, dude. It'll be amazing. Trust me.
Dark Side of the Moon,
Back side of the mood, yeah.
or The Wall,
Stereotypical of you.
or The Wall.
It's some good shit. No. Oh, Animals is really fucking good.
Actually,
is-
actually,
I think Animals is the most underrated Pink Floyd album.
I agree.
Period.
If we're bringing drugs into the equation, you got to watch the Wall movie. And then
Oh,
get
that
on.
shit is terrifying.
Terrifying. It is terrifying though.
Have you all seen the? It's kind of old by now, but have you all seen the Nostalgia Critic review of The Wall?
Yes, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
John, you love it. It's so cringe. It's so bad. It's so garbage.
Man, they
It's a
need to get the
fantastic-
Red Letter Media guys need to review that movie. That would be great.
Have you seen the so Folding Ideas did a video about that review, and it's so well articulated how bad that review is. It's
Wow.
If you guys haven't watched it, even if you haven't watched the Wall, I would highly recommend look up Folding Ideas Nostalgia Critics review of The Wall. It's fantastic. Just take down the entire review. It's so good. Like this specific channel in particular, I really like this guy because it feels like he makes a lot of effort to pick the exact words he want to use to convey his ideas and what he's trying to establish. It's good shit all around. Yeah.
Well, speaking of cringe,
Yes.
watching the Hogwarts
Hogwarts
Legacy
Legacy.
drama has been super cringe.
Oh my god.
I wasn't even going to talk about this, but y'all forced my hand. You have taken
Oh,
away
you
my
Canceled
precious.
my girl, pick me.
You have taken away my precious tea kettle.
It canceled the kettle.
I do want to say something on this. I don't really have any stakes in it, but I'll just say from what I've seen and observed from the outside, apparently it's been planned even before that.
Yeah, I
He
know.
was retiring and all that. Apparently,
As someone, I won't say I watch every Pikami stream, but I have watched several.
Fake fan. Hashtag fake fan.
She
Cancel.
has over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 months, really slowed down on the amount that she's been streaming. Even before she went on her hiatus. And the only reason I think that the whole Hogwarts Legacy thing really got like lumped in was because she was talking about coming back from her hiatus, and the first thing she wanted to stream was Hogwarts Legacy, and a lot of people piled on that and called her, bullied her, harassed her, threatened to dox her, things like that. So
Nice.
I
Good
don't
job,
think
people.
I don't think it was like the reason that she's graduating, but I don't think it really helped either.
It was kind of a reaffirming. sort of
Maybe, I
action.
don't know. I think the decision had already been made behind the scenes, and this was just like something that just happened to coincide with it.
I see.
But now that you and I have talked about it, Natai, like a perfect example of the Streisand effect. Talk about
It's
something and it's
so-
not going to go away.
So crazy to me. Okay,
Yeah,
I think we
talk
can all
about-
agree. I think we can all agree. Like, let's preface this. We're all for trans rights, right? I think it's not a
absolutely.
controversial idea.
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's
Definitely.
It's not a hot take that some people should just be allowed to exist for being themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
But I
think-
also think it's not a hot take that no one is above reproach either.
Yeah, I just let's get this straight. Now, okay, J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit. I think it's very well documented. She's a piece of shit. She's a turf.
Yeah, she's
against.
freaking anti-Semitic.
Yeah, she's that. She's against trans people.
Does she even like human beings? Like, is this like? Is this
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Maybe that's why she wrote
good.
about like wizards.
It's kind of like it's also well documented that almost anything that has the Harry Potter franchise like a part of it, she's very like a part of that whole thing. She gets royalties from everything. It's like, all right,
It's like there was
up.
that interview she did. What was it, like 4 or 5 years ago, where she was asked like, "Do you like feel bad about some of the stuff that people say about you?" She says, "Yeah, until I see my next royalty check."
It's like, yeah, that's the kind of person she is. And I'm gonna also say, I grew up reading Harry Potter. She already has my money for the books.
Me too.
It is what it is. But all right, let's put that aside. Guilt by association doesn't work, bro. Just because I bought like her books doesn't mean I'm against trans people. That's just something I did. Just because you're white and Hitler was white doesn't mean you're both Nazis. Like, I think that's something that's lost on people.
I've seen some of Hitler's art. Like, I'm sure almost everyone has. It's not bad. It's not great or anything, but it's not bad. Does that mean I endorse what Hitler did? Fuck no.
No, it means exactly that. Like, I can't believe his art is good, dude. Like, what the hell?
His art is not that bad. It's certainly not as bad as he was like his contemporaries said it was.
Yeah, really. But no, really.
It's just ridiculous to me how, like, and again, I'm all for, like, all right, you want to boycott this fucking video game? Awesome. That's not how you do it. Because most people, when you tell them to not do something, they'll do it. It's just like...
well, I'm just going to do it even harder now.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, it just doesn't work like that. And I mean, bro, the fucking Actman video that he put out and how people fucking responded to it, it was so fucking stupid.
It was
the guy on stream donated $2,000 for charity for trans, and still people are like, oh, he's fucking anti-trans for fucking wanting to review this video game. It's like,
yeah, it's the same thing with My Girlfriend Reviews, right?
Yeah, so their Hogwarts Legacy stream, which was for raising money for, I think it was the Trevor Project, which is for like trans. I don't know what they do with the trans community, but
I've heard of them before, and I don't know exactly what they do, but it's like a
it's a very trusted charity for.
What do you call it? It's a
safe
houses. Safe House is the only thing that comes to mind, but I know that's not what it's called.
My entire take was like, if you don't want to support like J.K. Rowling and all her shittiness, then don't support.
Don't do it. Yeah,
but
it's easy.
Do you know what the best way to do that is? Not talk about it.
Yeah. That game had no fucking big marketing, and then this fucking boycott got and millions of copies were sold.
The boycott was the best marketing strategy they could have ever come up with.
Yeah, it's like, and again, I'm all for boycotting the game, obviously, but it's like fucking going and shoving down people's throat the idea that if you buy this game, you're anti-trans people is just ridiculous.
My entire issue is that you're not going to stop people who wanted to buy the game from buying the game by decrying this and that. Like, it's the same thing like with the vegan activism stuff. Like, someone who's on the fence you might be able to convince them, but just talking to them like a normal person would convince them.
This man got like
doing outlandish fucking shit.
Is that Chips Ahoy?
God damn it, Chunoda, be professional.
Chunoda's eating Chips Ahoy.
You have no clue how fucking hungry I am today. Like,
motherfucker.
It's been a very intense day.
So, in my opinion, people who are gonna buy the game are gonna buy the game, and it wouldn't matter. Like, what was it? Under capitalism, there is no such thing as ethical consumerism.
Yep.
Right.
Ethical consumption,
because everything was made with slave labor somewhere somehow. The food that you drink, the water.
Bro, literally,
the food that you
these
eat,
people have iPhones.
That you drink. Yeah, like you have an iPhone, bro. You support capitalism, and like that's terrible. I have an iPhone, and I understand the problems behind it.
It was made in sweatshops. It was like
it's made in sweatshops at Foxconn
with child labor.
Child labor.
You like any sort of meat, you support factory farming.
And I honestly, I hate factory farming. I think we should all have hunter guilds and stuff like that. But that's my own like crazy socialist ideas.
Okay,
so
Joe
don't ask
Rogan,
me.
settle the fuck down.
No, I'm serious, bro. I don't understand. Like, look, if you want meat, you should be able to. Just
We don't
raise your
want
own
elk,
meat.
John.
You ever had elk laced with DMT, John?
No, I'm just saying. Maybe we should step back from the huge consumerism and really reevaluate what we're fucking doing here, because like, look at my rig, look at my computers, my electronics, all this made with sweatshop shit, right? This is all exploitative labor. Every single thing that you own, every single thing that you do every day, you drive your car. You think about the people who died for your fucking vegetables that you're eating right now, all right? The fucking fruit, right? Like Chiquita Banana, literally in, was it 2017? Hired some fucking people to assassinate some people that were trying to unionize. 2017, man. Just 5 fucking years ago.
How many children died for that cookie that Shinoda just put in his mouth?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Bro, fucking
Enough to make it delicious.
Oh, Jesus.
NHK is owned by the fucking Saudi prince or something. Oh, I bought the new King of Fighters video game. I paid money for a fucking murderer. It doesn't work like that, you know.
yeah.
Each
So,
person is gonna draw their own line on what's right for them and what's like unethical for them, and that's totally cool.
well, I'm just saying, there's
not,
under
yeah.
capitalism, there's no such thing as ethical consumerism. So let's just get that out of the way. As much as
Yeah.
you want to high road people, as much as you want to be like, oh, I'm you're better than you. Like, no, you're not. You exist
Yeah.
in the modern world. This fucking internet that you're using to shitpost cost someone something somewhere. Okay.
So, just to interject real quick, I don't know if any of you have seen it. The Good Place actually, that's a show, actually goes into
Also,
this in
yeah.
detail.
Yeah,
And
no, I
it is
remember.
amazing.
It's
yeah.
the episode where it's like, look, 100 years ago, if you bought roses for someone, you get like plus 15 karma, right? If you buy
Yeah.
roses now, it's like minus 100 karma. Why is it? Because now to get roses, you have to pay like, oh, these people who got you those roses were slave wages and unethical farming, this and that, right? And it's like, that's just how it is because of how rampant.
That's
consumerism
literally
got.
how the world exists. Yeah.
The Good
Yeah.
Place was such a good show.
So, I mean, you can, like you said, if you want to boycott
Do it.
Harry Potter, do it. If you hate I also don't like J.K. Rowling, and I also don't even care for the Harry Potter series. Honest to God, like I don't have an issue of not buying the game. I wasn't gonna buy the game in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that there's like it's a multifaceted thing, and yeah, guilt by association never really works, unless it's a direct association.
Yeah, but
I think that a lot of the people that were boycotting this game thought that everyone was playing this game in bad faith. Like, no, some people are just young and don't give a shit. Some people just want to relive the old memories that they had when they were kids. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think it's that deep. Like literally, one of my buddy's girlfriend, she likes Harry Potter, and she's not that on the internet in that aspect. She's not aware of J.K. Rowling all that.
A normie.
She just bought the game, and that's it. Nothing, no agenda, no nothing. Does that make her anti-trans? That's kind of weird because she's friend of one of my other friends who is trans. So you know, it's not black and white like that. Just because you bought a video game doesn't mean you're like against trans people.
Yeah,
It's
like
ridiculous. And trying to shame people.
you
for
want to
that is
make a
just
whole
ridiculous.
fucking difference. Be there for trans people.
Yeah.
Know that they're a parent. Be there for their rights. Go petition your governors. Go vote.
Or just
You know how
talk to
many
them.
people are- you know how many
Donate
people,
to charities.
donate to fucking charities. Do you know how many governments are right now
Literally
trying
put
to
your
pass
mouth where-
anti-trans bills? Like how much fucked up shit they're trying to do right now? Go protest against that. Do something worthwhile. Don't sit here on Twitter and
Don't
be
be a
like,
Twitter warrior.
yeah, like I hate.
Yeah.
Go protest at Universal for the Harry Potter world. Go do something actually worthwhile. Don't sit here and think that you're better just because you're not buying this video game and making other people feel bad for it.
Because you're not. You're really not.
You're
In
not
fact,
any
would
better.
respect.
for some of the people that were doing the boycotts, and I'm speaking specifically about the people that were, harassing, bullying,
Oh, definitely.
doxing, sending death threats to people that were streaming the game. First of all, if you are trans or if you call yourself a trans activist, those are the exact people that you should be gatekeeping out of your community because they don't represent you. But also, can we not call them trans activists because they're not?
They're just a bunch of assholes trying to fucking Ugh, just dox and just ruin people's lives. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Like there are people who I'll be honest. If you have done that, I think J.K. Rowling might actually be a better person than you.
Damn.
I know,
says a
hot
lot.
take. I know, but listen. This doesn't work. It never has worked. It never will work. The
No, it's
Streisand effect
ridiculous.
exists for a reason.
You really wanted to make a difference? Just, instead of buying the game, take your $60 and donate them.
Yeah. Make an actual difference.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Or if
Go protest your governors for making anti-trans bills try to pass. Go
Or you know
protest some
what?
go do actual worthwhile work, man.
if you want to do something one-on-one, take that $60 or however much that someone might be spending on the game, and if you have someone in your life that you know is trans, use that money to take them out and have a good time with them as a friend. I mean, because there's a lot of trans people that don't have that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And again, just to raise, I'm all for trans people having better lives. That's not how you accomplish this.
No, it's not.
Ridiculous.
It really isn't. It has been really just entertaining from the sidelines, watching people like really shoot themselves in the foot with it.
Have you
though.
seen that one? I don't know who did it, but someone put up a site where it's like, is your favorite Twitch streamer playing Hogwarts Legacy? Where
Oh,
literally
yeah,
like
fucking
you search
cringe.
for a Twitch streamer and it says if they're streaming Hogwarts Legacy or not, just to like direct people to harass them.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
And then the person got harassed. This is shocking.
Fucking incredible, dude. What's wrong with people?
Can we move on from
Yeah,
this?
let's
can
move
only
on.
take
I
so
will
much
say
toxicity.
I will say I will 100% miss Pikami though. I really will. That precious tea kettle. I hope for her sake that because she is a good entertainer. She really is. I hope that some other outfit picks her up, whether it's Nichi Sanji, Hololive, Vishojo.
Shoujo.
I hope that she doesn't like give up on this because I do know that one of the reasons that she has tried to appeal more to Westerners is because she's I think she's autistic and like she got made fun of relentlessly in Japan for being autistic, so she tried to appeal to
that's
a
shitty.
Western audience, and then a Western audience just fucked her over.
That's so shitty.
Um,
She's autistic? I didn't
I
know
think
that.
she's neurodivergent in some way. I don't know exactly what way. There's a part of me that thinks that she talked about it once and she mentioned an autism diagnosis, but I could be wrong about that. But she is a genuinely good entertainer. She's funny and she's fun to watch, and
She's great.
she has that effect when she's playing games of she said it, so it's gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, let's move on to something really funny. U.S. president has been playing video games, and I fucking love it.
It's just so goddamn stupid.
So Chinoda
kinda terrifying, but it's
and
really
I 2 nights ago recorded an episode of the podcast that will be coming out next week, hopefully, with Finn's mama, Vix. And we talked about AR, and this is one of the things that we talked about. So recently
AR.
there has been...
You just say AR?
AI art.
I have this.
Oh, AI.
I have a problem where I put AI and art together as one word, and it's art.
AR. Okay.
Art.
I thought you said AR, and I was like, what?
Artificial intelligence generated artwork.
Okay.
There we go.
I don't know. For some reason,
Nailed it.
AI and art always strings together for me. But anyway, there have
It
been
also
people...
came out excellent. I really hope you guys watch it.
Yeah, I do too.
Looking forward to it.
John,
But-
sorry.
Yeah, John. Sorry, it's too good.
It's fine. I'll fucking fix it.
But people have been putting together these like chat bots almost with presidents' voices. I think it's been made with Chat GPT, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. But it's been funny as hell because it actually sounds a lot like these presidents, and it's scary.
Like, really sounds like them.
And I think the reason it's so funny is because John and I were talking about this. It's like, this is not how people in politics speak publicly, and I think that's why it's funny. Like they're speaking like actual gamers.
Yeah, it's the dichotomy, right? It's like so I don't remember who it was. There's a stupid show that came out somewhere where it's like it's about British humor and like the Queen is being made fun of in this show, and she's like she has a foul fucking mouth.
Hmm.
And it's funny because it's like the Queen is so prim and proper, like she'd never be using this foul language. It's a terrible show for a cartoon and stuff like that, but I do remember like it's because of that, right?
Hmm.
Like, the same reason why Madoka Magica, like it's so cute and innocent, looks like a regular magical girl anime, and then you get to Madoka and you're like, oh god, there's blood and death and consequences. Like it's that having that type of dichotomy, it makes it funny. So same thing for presidents, because I think it's funny because these conversations are like, this is just normal conversations that people just have.
Just with their voices.
I watch these and I'm like, you know, when I'm
playing, I'm the one who introduced them to you guys, right? Where I was like, dude, this shit is so funny.
But I watch these and I think, you know, when we're not streaming and we're just playing games together, like on Discord or whatever, this is how we talk to each other.
Because I remember like the one I recently posted about like anime. He's like, Biden, what's your anime tier list? He's like, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and
Joe,
like,
this is the most normie list I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
I never get tired of like, oh, fucking Sleepy Joe.
And the
So
freaking Obama gives his list. He's like, I can't believe this shit.
Why am I
Obama's
friends
like,
with you
Trump, shut
two?
the fuck up.
I love
And
the
then
ones.
Bush
I love the
like,
ones.
shut up.
I love the ones when they're in Minecraft too. Those are really funny. Joe, what did you? Joe, what did you do with my Fortune 3 pickaxe? I didn't touch your precious pickaxe, Don. I don't know. It's great. The deep fakes though with voices are getting like scary good, and it's
That's the
like, the
terrifying
only thing
part,
missing
dude.
from these are like intonations of like actual talking
Yeah.
intonations.
But the actual
It has
the
that
sound
in there.
the sounds of the voices are spot on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
Joe sounds.
Joe Biden
insane.
sounds
It's kinda
exactly
crazy.
like Joe Biden, and it's so scary.
It's kind of scary. It's so good.
But no, I've really been enjoying them, and it's not just these. They have someone has made a chat bot or a AI deepfake voice of Dagoth from Morrowind, giving his opinions on video games, and it's fucking great.
Have you heard some of the Charlie? Fucking-
Moist critical deepfakes.
Yeah, the voice critical deepfakes are really good as well.
The funny thing is,
I just shits out so many random words, but it works for some reason.
I watched the video that someone did where they actually asked ChatGPT to write a script for a Charlie video, and I'm like, this sounds exactly like shit that he would say.
Have you seen oh shit? So someone also did like an AI sort of like streamer. That, like,
Neurosama.
pretends to be
Neurosama.
That's insane.
We talked
That's
about
so
Neurosama
crazy.
in our AI art discussion as well.
Yeah, we actually went into it.
Do you want to talk about it for a second? That's also insane.
I've mentioned it to Unitai. I genuinely, because it's two neural networks that work in tandem. One plays the game, one interacts with chat. It can also sing and do React content now, which is amazing. But it's like, it's getting better. The more streams it does, the chatbot is definitely getting better at holding conversations.
It's insane.
And I genuinely feel like I'm watching a computer slowly gain sentience, and it's scary.
It's kind of scary. bro, I want to... So, to this topic, I want to add one of my topics. Have you guys seen the AI Seinfeld stream?
Yes.
What now?
Oh no, I haven't.
Right. So what's the name of it? Forever Nothing or something like that?
Yeah, forever nothingness or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically Seinfeld, big air quotes, but it's AI generated, and it's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. It's been going on for a bit, and then it got canceled because it did a trans joke or something like that. And it's that also you said about like how it's kind of like gained sentience as well. There's a moment where it's like quote unquote Jerry and quote unquote fucking what's his name?
George Kramer.
George. Yeah, George, sorry. They're like in this room and they're like, oh, have we ever tried to escape the window? no, there's nothing out there. We're trapped here forever. It's like, excuse me.
The computer
What?
realizes it's in a box.
So I haven't read the whole story, but it's basically like AI generated Seinfeld skits. It's it's very strange. I don't know how to describe it properly.
It's funny because Neurosama also got banned on Twitch for a week.
Really?
Yeah,
What
she
did she
denied
do?
the Holocaust.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
It is worth mentioning that I don't know how it is with the Seinfeld AI thing, but at least with Neurosama, there is an actual human behind the scenes sort of moderating what she says, so it will cut her off if she starts to get too unhinged.
So the Seinfeld, if I'm not mistaken, again, I haven't done that much research into it, but so basically the guys who created sort of like created the AI, just let it go and do whatever it does. And they said they weren't expecting to do something like with profanity and stuff like that because it was never written to act like that. But it just sort of like studied and sort of like grew to go. I don't know exactly the joke it did, but something along the lines, something about trans rights, and that's why it got banned off of Twitch. This shit is getting crazy, dude.
It is.
It's insane. Would highly recommend you all go and like look up on YouTube AI Seinfeld.
I mentioned it
really
during
fucking
during the AI art discussion. Be nice to the robots you encounter now because they will remember it when they take over.
Always
Fucking
nice to my
Skynet is
robots,
coming, dude.
Yeah.
Always been nice to my robots.
Y'all were laughing at me when I was giving the robot head pats at the sushi place. That's good.
Bro, my Roomba is gonna kill me one day. I'm positive. I talk shit about it all the time. God.
It'll come at you with a knife and it's like, who's laughing now, bitch?
I came back the other day, knocked up so many things off the table. It's like, what did you do? What are you doing? Bitch.
That's
Yeah,
really
this
all I
AI
had to talk about in particular. But yeah, the AI deepfake voice stuff is part of it's entertaining, but then part of it has also got me like, where is this going to lead to?
Probably
Crazy
nowhere
shit.
good.
Yeah.
No.
Speaking of AI art stuff, I've been using it to help me code.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Listen, sometimes you're just real lazy and you need to find a framework to help you think out this problem. And my god, does ChatGPT work real fucking well for helping you create a framework.
ChatGPT
Yeah.
is crazy.
So, like, I'm kind of like one of those people.
Have you asked ChatGPT what is the meaning of life?
Oh, I haven't yet.
Ooh, try. It's try.
We'll
it.
get to it later.
If anyone has an Android phone with the Google Assistant on it, ask it to divide 0 by 0. It will insult you for asking.
Will it
Why
really?
would you do
Yeah,
that to him?
it will. It'll say,
Oh,
if you have 0 cookies and you divide it among 0 friends, that doesn't really make sense, does it?
okay, I gotta hear this. now. Hold
Damn.
on.
Got shit talked by fucking Google.
Okay, Google.
Oh, here we go. Live.
Oh my
Divide
God.
0 by 0.
0 divided by 0 is undefined.
Alex,
Okay.
you fucking lied.
Well, I don't know if it still
Liar.
does it, but it used to do it. It would actually insult you.
What would he do? Call it the N word? Why would it?
Oh, fuck. Damn.
No, I'm
time
not
online,
Ame. I'm not Ame.
Oh.
Yeah, so, like,
Damn.
I kind of wish I was on the AI. I mean, it's not really AI art, but I don't
Me
think
too. I wish I
there's-
was there as well.
I don't think there's anything
Unless
wrong with using AI as a tool because at the end of the day, it's just a tool like anything else.
It's a tool like the magic wand in like Photoshop. It's the same thing.
Well, first of all, the magic wand in Photoshop is fucking ass, but it's the best.
But it is
one
a
you got,
but
I
it is a
guess.
tool.
Well, so in my opinion, I think that using AI to do like programmer stuff, it's gonna get cut out a lot of like very unnecessary middlemen.
Busy work.
There's a lot of busy work that can be cut out with AI. So that's kind of bad for the industry because now, like, as we've seen with the whole like the loans on stuff expiring, the interest rates by the Fed is getting hiked up. So they cut out a bunch of different jobs in the tech industry. There's just like layoffs across the board in the tech industry in America over the last couple months. So It's kind of like
It's happening
kind
around
of
the world, honestly.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a peek into the future of like once they realize that we don't have to pay you a shit ton of money to do something I don't understand, you lose your worth.
Yeah.
So one thing that came out of this whole the lockdown stuff was tech people realizing I can just get into a middleman area where I don't have to really do much work, so I can pick up 2 or even 3 remote jobs and I can make a shit ton of money because I'm just answering emails all day anyway
Or answering calls.
or answering
Did you know
calls.
some companies have clauses in their fucking contracts that you can only get paid by that company and not from any other sources?
Yeah, and how are they gonna fucking find out if I don't tell you?
If you're getting paid under the table somewhere, I mean,
So like, I know this because I know a couple of people.
If it's not under the table, then yeah, you can find out. It's gonna.
Well, it's like the only people who know how much money I'm making is the feds, right? So not my company would not know that. So unless they have an actual clause saying like you can't work, unless it's like it could be a conflict of interest and stuff like that. But if you work for 2
Yeah.
completely different fields, where it's like if you're doing just customer service work, like I'm doing server side work, right? For like let's say I'm working on I don't know Microsoft Azure or some shit, but I'm also doing customer service tech stuff for Twitter. Like those are 2 completely different fields. One server based, one is just front end shit. So they don't. It's not a conflict of interest because they're not using the same They're not using proprietary technologies.
I think it's
that I would
mainly of
have
like
to
a.
secret.
I think it's mainly of an idea of like we pay you enough for you to work only for us.
Yeah, but the thing is,
which
I
is
only
dog
do-
shit for a lot of companies.
Here's the deal:
Yeah.
you're paying me $65,000-$70,000 a year, which is not terrible. I mean, cost of living in Washington is really high, so that's not that great. But you're paying me $70,000 a year to maybe do
It'd be great
2
where I
hours.
live.
That'd be great, yeah, but your cost of living is a lot lower than it is here. But the point is, I can get 2 jobs doing the exact same thing, and I'd work the exact same amount at both jobs, about an hour a day for an 8-hour shift to 10-hour shift of actual work.
Right.
The rest is just like waiting on people to call me up and like, hey, I have this issue.
Answering
And even
email.
then, it's like if I can't solve it, I'll send it off to like one of the higher up engineers or some shit. You know, like, hey, so they're having this issue. Here's what I've logged. Here's the bug report. Here you go. Like,
In your position, John, have you ever been able to do the per my last email thing? Because that's fun.
Per my last email.
I've done per my last email before. I per my last email. Some people just don't fucking read. So
It's wonderful.
anyway, point is, thanks to the rise of AI, a lot of jobs are kind of going to be at risk for that.
Again,
But at the same time,
that's something else I mentioned in our AI thing.
you're
It's
gonna
like,
need
what is
one
your plan
person
B?
to, like, so, again, like I
get
said,
pregnant.
I think that AI as a tool for programming is not a bad thing. Because here's the deal: AI knows how to make things in a giant shell and knows how to make it bland, but it doesn't know how to specialize anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I can use it to write code for
It's a good tool,
video games
but
and
that's
stuff
it.
like that. But it doesn't actually work one for one. Like it can't write an entire game for you. It can write
a good
single
baseline.
script for one thing, but then it's up to you to learn how to piece together those scripts. So to me, it's just more of like an easier tool to like, hey, this thing understands the language more, and it's pretty robust as a conversation robot. So like you asking it to do things in a certain way, it'll know how to do it faster than you. Like I think it's good for beginners, but
Yeah.
obviously if you've been coding for a long time, you understand your code left and right, backwards and frontwards. You know exactly how to do stuff. You have a fine-tuned understanding of like the engine that you're working with. That's obviously a lot more valuable because you can come up with way more creative ideas than an AI bot can. Because like, so comparing like writing script for like a video game, right? There's multiple ways to write a script for how to move something in a video game, in a like a Unity-based video game in C#. But how you decide to calculate how you're moving and how you're handling that will change how you interact with the physics engine. So obviously there's more than one way to create a movement system, but it's up to you to know how to create it so it works for what you want to show. Sometimes you just want something that just like, hey, I'm doing this for a homework assignment. I just need it to move. Okay, you use an AI bot. It'll tell you how to make you fucking move. But if you're programming something for like, all right, I want it to make it move, but also I'm going to have these convoluted fucking movement tech inside of the game, your AI bot's not going to help you there. It might be able to
AirPod
help you
doesn't
solve
have a
certain
sense of like game feel, you know.
yeah,
Right.
like there's a lot more elements to it. So in my opinion, I think that for at least for video game making, I don't think AI is too much of a harm. because again, it's just a tool.
Or for
I
coding
do,
in
however,
general.
I think it's going to be bad for people in like computer science stuff, like on that side, because now instead of employing 10 employees to do this, you can employ 2.
Didn't chat open chat GPT or whatever it's called? Didn't literally like pass. What was the exam for like lawyer? What of the
The
lawyer
bar
degree?
exam.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it was
bar
able to
thing?
The
pass a
bar
bar
exam.
exam.
Yeah, but like,
that's insane.
like, did you look at it trying to like argue cases and shit? Like, it did terribly. It's a terrible fucking lawyer. Like, I remember watching Legal Eagle, one of the YouTubers I watch, just from time to time. 'cause
He's great.
I love watching his content just because like it's informational and it's just white noise to watch while I'm doing stuff in the background.
While you're using
But-
AI.
What?
While you're using,
No.
you're watching his video on AI, fucking up a legal case while doing something with AI.
Listen, I may or may not have used it to try to write a couple scripts that I just didn't feel like doing. But I mean, here's the deal. People, even in the industry, people write their own fucking AI bots and their own script bots to do shit they don't want to do. Like, that's nothing new. Oh, what's that? I hate fucking drawing certain things inside of frickin' what am I using? Photoshop or Blender. I hate doing this modeling thing. I'll just write a script for that. Like, I'll make an AI bot to do it.
It's
That's what
probably
people
really
do
good for
all
the
the time.
repetitive stuff too.
Yeah. It's a tool like anything else. But no, I remember watching Legal Eagle talk about like that case, and I was just like, it was just making me laugh because I'm like, obviously it could pass the bar exam because an AI conversational bot, if you just feed it information, it'll know the information to look. That's
Right.
simple as fuck. This Control F. Well, here's your question, Control F, right? But obviously it's not going to know the nuances of how to actually win a case because unfortunately as it is, it's not always about the facts. There's nuances and stuff to winning a case. Like obviously facts are facts and they can make very striking arguments with like, here's the fact, we found you with the murder weapon at this time, you don't have a good alibi, sure, right? But there's a little bit of a show where you can, as long as you create a reasonable doubt, you can get away, right? When you're trying to battle a legal case, that's all you have to do. Because the prosecution needs to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty,
And that's
So
the
as long
important
as-
bit.
and that's the important thing. If they cannot prove that, you could convince a jury to be. They could be a hung jury. They'd be like, we don't know. You know?
And I don't
So-
know how it is in every other country, but in the U.S., for almost all jury cases, the jury verdict has to be unanimous.
Yeah, it has to be unanimous. So
Natai, what is it like over there?
I don't remember, man. It's almost 2 a.m. I don't remember. Sorry.
It's changing rapidly.
We don't
God,
have to
let's
talk about
not.
the legal system in Israel because it's currently under attack.
damn.
We're not talking about that today.
Anyway, that's all my points about AI stuff.
I wanna interject. I have a question.
What's up?
Before I go to sleep in a bit, because it's almost 2 a.m., can John and I take over the podcast to talk about Last of Us again?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, my
We'll do it
fucking-
again for another 30 minutes.
Go ahead.
I mean, all right.
gonna
Here's the
stop.
deal. I watched. I'm
Right.
caught up. I'm caught up to episode 7. So far, I really like the show. I
It's a good show.
honestly. So the first 2 episodes came out before I started watching it, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Last of Us so good, this and that." I'm like, doubt. It can't be that good. No
X to
fucking
doubt.
way. Because I hate hype. I hate listening to people say this is so good. It's so good. And it's like, is it though? Or are you guys just like got bad taste? Who knows? But I will say I am enjoying watching The Last of Us. It
Pretty
isn't
good.
very faithful to the actual story, and it misses quite a lot from the story. But I do understand that going from a interactive medium like video game to a not interactive medium like live action, it's hard to translate that because when you're playing through the video game, you feel like you're the character. You feel a lot
Right.
stronger attachment and stuff like that. But I think the show, I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Isn't taught.
I think that the show has done a great job at least trying to make me feel the same emotions that I felt inside of the video game.
It hits the story beats. Yeah, definitely. And I think it does that pretty well. And again, it's a good show. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a good show. I do have some issues with the writing. For some reason, I don't know why some writers can't help themselves, but I don't know why they let like fucking characters act like idiots sometimes. you have sometimes in movies in general, it happens a lot where like a character sometimes they're a kid, they do this do this something that is like ridiculously stupid and no one would actually do in that situation. In one of these episodes, so they come across these two characters, Sam and Henry, and they'll like go through this elaborate plan of escaping this like city they're currently in. And the moment they get out of the city, the older character, Sam, is always like, "Hey, easy, it's all good." It's like, "Shut the fuck up." And then obviously they find it. It's like, why would you write your characters like that? It feels so like you're forcing the conflict where like it wouldn't happen. I don't understand why they do that. It also happens in another moment where like in one of the earlier episodes, so they scavenge around looking for like ammunition and resources and whatnot. And Ellie goes and she finds this hidden path to like an underground like room, whatever. And she finds and again, that's after she was told, don't wander off, don't do that. And then she finds a zombie who's like his legs are broken and whatnot, and she goes to kill it.
It's like trapped under rubble. Yeah.
Yeah, trapped in the rubble. And it's like, again, like, I guess you're trying to show she's like capable on her own, but like it's really stupid of her to go do it on herself. And then they sort of like play it off to like, oh, she found something Joel couldn't find. It's like that's also ridiculous because he's been to that place several times before. So like, what are you trying to make of that? That he's an idiot?
So my counterpoint to that is that, like in the video game with regular Ellie, she's a kid that's been raised inside the walls and she's never been outside, so she's being a kid. Like that's one thing that I thought. I think
I always found that a weak excuse of they're a kid, therefore they would act stupid.
Well, I think that
kids are fucking stupid, man.
Here's the deal. So like with Ellie, she's like 11, right? 14, whatever. I think she's like 11 or 14. I don't remember the
14,
age.
I think.
She's like 14. She's supposed to be a kid, and she's being a kid, exploring around. She wants a gun so bad because she's like, I've never held a gun and this and that, right? And it's like that for the video game too, where it's like she's just a kid, dude.
Yeah.
And it's okay for her to
In
act
that
like a
section,
kid.
it felt unjustified though. It felt kind of like overly like wandering off on her own. Like I know what you mean in that scene specifically, but what got to me was the fucking Sam and a grown ass man was like acting like an idiot in this very tense situation. I don't understand why shows need to make their characters dumber for the sake of conflict.
I have a solution to that question.
Give it to me.
Because a lot of the people in Hollywood that write this stuff are incredibly immature and have never grown up.
They also aren't real people.
Yeah, that's true. They're writers. They're not real people.
Right. Writers don't exist. There's no such thing as a writer.
Like, so I think that for a lot of the good changes that they've done in The Last of Us, I definitely do agree. Like,
with the boys.
Yeah, I'm always cracking a cold one, man. Just always.
My ass is quite cold, yeah.
Gotta hydrate. A posture check.
Big.
Asshole. God damn it. I was comfortable too. Fine.
Fucking professional children gaming while on the podcast.
Gaming and sleeping while recording.
I don't.
I've been playing Dead Space this entire time. Have you guys not been playing video games?
No.
Yeah, I'm on my second run through of oh shit.
Did you almost fall off your chair?
Is there a new game plus of it?
Yeah, in Dead Space Remake, there's a new game plus, but I've been playing that this entire time.
By the way, if you want to watch John play the Dead Space Remake, there's a playlist on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. But so, I think that in the Last of Us show, I like the changes that they've made. Like I like that they made
production.
Sam...
By the way, is like awesome. I love the like.
I love that they made
show.
God, who's the younger kid? Sam.
I
love that they made Sam deaf. I love that.
Yeah.
Because it's important to show representation and stuff. Like there are other people who could probably survive in this situation, and I thought it was
the
great.
original Sam not deaf?
No, he was just a normal kid.
Also, it was cool seeing like an episode shot like that where most of the scenes lack dialogue. You know, in that sense.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I like it.
In the same sense, though, in Endure and Survive, I hated the fact that Henry was like, he's such a big guy and like he's such a big deal for like
bark.
Yeah, he's a big
No.
all Bart guy, but it's like he does everything that he wants for his younger brother. He's like, I'm gonna save him because it's the only thing I can do. But then for him to like not be serious the entire time and act goofy and stuff, I get that they were trying to go for like, oh, this is how he was in the video game. I'm like, I get that, but these are
not
two
really, yeah.
completely different story beats.
Yeah.
Like, and like you said about with Bill, when we learn about Bill and Frank and stuff, and
It's
they
a
do
very
the whole-
different character in
it's
the
a-
show than the game.
First of all, I was gushing about episode 3 because again, episode 3 is my favorite episode still, just
It's a
because
really good episode.
I love that they showed what happened for someone who wasn't the main character, that we got to actually live his life up till the end. I absolutely adore that, and they definitely improved upon it because, like, in the game, it kind of feels like so in the parts where like when you meet Bill and you run the quest for him so you can get the fucking car and stuff like that, right? It's kind of boring. It's kind of just meet some guy, run some quests, and it's a video game. Then you can
It
find.
does
like,
serve
little-
a purpose, though. It does serve
It
a
serves
very
a
good
purpose,
purpose in like showing what Joel would have become if he didn't have anyone like Tess or later Ellie in his life.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's like in the video game, it's kind of like the stories are like you can learn sad stories about these people's past and stuff, but you don't really get to live it. So I love that
Right.
they let us live his life, and it's the same thing with like Sam and Henry. So in that part of the video game, when you're going through, it's just you're running side quests. You need to go do this stuff to pass through the city, and there are a bunch of raiders. I love that they showed the KCQZ people like being horrible humans to normal human people, and then the uprising. Right? I love seeing that.
Yeah.
I love seeing this storytelling.
Did you
of
see the
background.
reference to Ish from the game? Did you see that?
No.
So do you remember so when they go through the series of the game, you can follow the logs from Ish, this guy who sort of like tried to start a colony in the sewers themselves.
Oh
and in the
yeah,
episode,
yeah.
And in the episode, you see one of the signs is like something like "duty calls for Ish" or something like that. I was like-
Yeah,
I like that was
I
a
do
really cool
remember
Easter egg.
Yeah.
It's
They
pretty sweet.
like they finally did the Naughty Dog logo too. I saw that on one of the keychains. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Naughty Dog, yeah, there it is. But anyway, point is, the changes that they've made, I do like, but at the same time, it's like there is kind of like a difference between like, all right, you're trying to make it connect to the game, and I kind of hate it. Like in that exact same episode of Endure and Survive, it's episode 5. In episode 5, they show the bloater, but it's like we didn't know anything about specialty zombies at all. And they kind of just added it in, be like, oh, but also like video game. I hated that. Dumb.
I didn't mind the bloater. Also, just like
I hated it because it's like it shows up and you're like, oh, there's big evil guys.
big
But I'm like,
guys.
but it's like you haven't focused on any of the cordyceps zombies at all this entire time.
No,
why are you showing them
you
now?
got a sense of the clickers, so you can
We
tell
get the
that the
clickers in
bloater
the
is like a
first
progression of that.
episode. First episode, second
The
episode. I think
second.
it's the second episode. Yeah,
Clickers,
clickers in the second episode. Yeah, that blew me out of the water.
They were
but-
terrified. They were awesome.
Yeah, but it's like ever since episode 2, though, we haven't made a big deal about any of the monsters.
Yeah,
Any-
definitely. Yeah,
that's why
I
I
agree.
was like, I know that they added it because it had to be a nod to the video game series, but I'm like, you guys already changed so much about how the cordyceps stuff works. So like, why are you doing this? You didn't need
Also-
to do the bloater guy.
I do feel the need to like correct myself about the idea about characters being idiots. I did enjoy how you have that bit like I don't mind it if characters are getting called out on it because you have like some section like there was one moment where Ellie tried to sort of save someone with her blood or whatever and it didn't work, and I was
yeah.
like, that's really fucking stupid. And then an episode later she was like, yeah, I know it was stupid. Like, whoa, there we go. Like when you
Yeah.
call that out, then like make,
Well, so like,
am I okay
see,
with it?
again, I liked the fact that she tried to do that, right? Because again, it shows that she's just a naive kid. She's
But they
told
call
that
it out, and that's why I felt like that was appropriate.
because she's a naive kid, and the fact that they call it out, it's like, yeah, she's supposed to be a naive kid. She wants to be a superhero. She's told that she has all this responsibility and stuff that's on her shoulders, and that's kind of what the story is about, right? Like your personal happiness versus like the happiness of the world, quote unquote, the world. And then like Joel's bro, it's coming together. Like The Last of Us is a beautiful story, and I love it so much because of the connections, the human emotions inside, and like that are included inside of the game. And I think it's being conveyed pretty well in the show. But yeah, going into it, I don't remember who it was who was like, bro, it's so good. There's someone in the server is like talking like it's so good, this and that, and I was just like, it can't be.
It's
like,
alright. It's a good show. I
But
do feel
I
like
think it's a
people
good show.
kinda. It's a really good show.
I think it
people
is a little
kinda-
bit overhyped though, because it's not blowing me away every episode like Mandalorian did.
And it's not the best video game adaptation that was ever made. Let's be clear on that. I don't
I
know
think
why
it's a
people
good video
think
game
that.
adaptation.
It's a good adaptation. Yeah, it's not the best. I mean, come on.
I just think it's a
Sure.
good show in general. Like
Yeah, it's solid.
It's just
really
good.
solid. Something that kind of rubs me the wrong way with Last of Us. So I haven't played the second one. I heard from a lot of people it's very different than the first one. Better or for worse, I don't know, but I want to play it sometimes. But
I
ever
also haven't
since,
played
like,
the second one, but
yeah,
I heard that everyone hates it because best dad dies.
yeah,
spoilers.
that's what I heard as well, which is kind of a shame. But
I'm like,
so I have a point here I want to make.
but well, I just
So-
want to say it's been setting it up for Joel to die in the series anyway, because it's like they make such a big deal about when he meets Tommy again, and Pedro Pascal is like, I did what
they
I had to
nerf
do to
him.
make it so we survive. And
Dude, they nerf him so much in the show. Like, so in one of the episodes, it's sort of like he's like, there's something about this latest episode I watched where it feels like they're trying to, I don't know if it's even a word, but demasculate Joel. Joel is such a like an empowered kind of like person. There's, I remember in an interview someone mentioned him how he's a person who doesn't have many red lines to cross in his life, which is really interesting as a character because he's a very great character. It's not necessarily a good person, right? But in this show, it feels like he's written as not as much of a powerful person.
badass. Yeah.
I don't know because it's a badass because it's not necessarily he's not a glorified kind of character, but it's not as powerful. And
Well, I mean, part of that is like I believe it's because it's been 20 years since the start of the pandemic, so he's gotten a lot older. So he's supposed to be a lot more frail and stuff. Like he mentions that in episode 6. Like
but I don't
I'm
know.
slower and my reaction
It
time
feels weird. I don't know. It feels like they're trying to take away from him, and it feels wrong.
making him more human, man.
No,
He's not just protagonist.
I know
man
what
no
you.
more.
I know it's trying to make him more human, but it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like they're attacking his character. I don't know why. It feels wrong, dude. I don't know if you guys ever encountered that in media, where like you have this character or whatever, and it feels like not that the writers hate him, but they're trying to make him a lesser man of what he actually is. That's what I've been getting from this show in the last episode.
I think it's because they're probably going to set it up for him to die at the end of the series. To be honest,
which
You
is
mean
a
kind
shame,
of
really.
like how they bastardized Master Chief in the Silver Timeline?
Master Cheeks.
Master Cheeks.
Master Cheeks.
I was gonna
Listen,
I
I
was
know-
gonna throw the Battlestar Galactica reference out there where they demasculated a character from the original so much they turned him into a woman.
Nice.
Oh.
Wait, which one?
Also, you know
in
what?
the original Battlestar Galactica, Starbuck is a dude played by
Oh, really?
actor Dirk Benedict, and in the remake, Starbuck is a woman played by Katie Sackhoff.
No. I've watched the remake. I haven't watched the original. Holy shit! I didn't know that was
Yeah.
the difference.
So I guess that's kind of like demasculating someone.
I love Katie Sackhoff's portrayal though. Like she was amazing as Starbuck.
I don't know if that's really what Natai was going for, though. Oh, he's got to sneeze again.
I had to.
Oh,
sneeze.
he got it.
I didn't sneeze.
Oh,
captured
he
the
caught it. He caught that sneeze.
Also, something really weird about the credits in the show. It really bugs me and that really rubs me the wrong way. So like in the credits it says created by Neil Druckmann. Bruh, the original directors were Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley. What the fuck happened to him? Like,
Yeah.
why isn't he credited as well? That feels kind of weird. I don't know why they do that. You know. At the end of the day, like that's like I don't know. The guy co-created it.
Have you
his
considered that
legacy.
he maybe asked not to be credited?
I know that. Okay, so like really quick history lesson on Naughty Dog. So the game was co-directed by Bruce Straley and Neil Druckmann. For a long time, they were sort of like a team, like a duo. They were like always together. After they did that, Naughty Dog went on to work on Uncharted 4, which had a hell of a production. The director Amy Hennig was let go from Naughty Dog for reasons that I don't know what. And the two of them were brought on to try and sort of like finish the game. That whole experience was so traumatic that Bruce Straley just left Naughty Dog afterward. It was like, I need a break because they were crunching on that game for like a long ass time.
Mhm.
And he didn't come back to work on Last of Us 2. For some reason, I don't know why, it feels like maybe I'm like put on tinfoil hat, but it feels like revisionist history where it's like that guy is kind of being forgotten about when it comes to The Last of Us. It kind of, I don't know, it really irks me a bit.
Maybe,
It
but after
feels
experiences
wrong,
like
dude.
that, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that he just doesn't want to be associated with it anymore.
I don't know, when you like work on a game for like 4 or 5 years and it like honestly, and that first game is like there's a reason people love it so much. It is a really fucking good game and it's being charged so much. It's like I don't know, why would they like write him off? That it's like it's his baby as well as like the other guy. It feels really strange to me.
I don't know. Maybe there's
Maybe
something
I'm a
behind the
minority
scenes
in
that
this camp.
explains it.
Maybe, I don't know.
I wouldn't put the tinfoil hat on just yet.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
we'll
there's
see.
actual reasoning behind it.
Yeah,
Then
I
again,
don't know.
maybe Natalia's right. Maybe Neil Druckmann really is that much of an asshole.
I mean,
I
he kind of
wouldn't know.
is.
Oh yeah, is that the reputation he has?
Well, he was the one who was attacking people for daring to criticize Last of Us 2, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He said it's not
An
Oh,
my
that's
fault because I made a
right.
bad game. It's your fault because you're a bad player.
I mean, to be fair, the trolls and stuff about like, oh, Abby's too buff, and it's like, I remember people complaining because one, Joel dies, and two,
that was a shitstorm where when Last of
like
Us came out.
apparently
The second
the
one.
girl that kills him is apparently buff, and I remember seeing a photo of like the buff girl. She's just barely toned, dude, and I'm like, she's
Yeah.
not even buff. Like, what the fuck?
To be fair, I'm sure most of the people that were actually complaining haven't seen a woman in like who knows how long.
Fair.
Yeah, so
I do know there were a lot of people when it came out that genuinely said that the story just is nowhere near as good as
Charlie
the first.
hated it when it came out. I remember.
I remember. Oh, I do remember this because I know very little about The Last of Us. I never played the first game. I never played the second game, and I have
I've
no
only played the first one.
feelings
so.
whatsoever. But I remember Internet Historian was streaming the game, and
That's right.
he always streams in character. He streams in character as the Internet Historian, and it's the only time on stream he has ever broke character. And he says, "I can't do it. I can't. This sucks. This game sucks." Right in the middle of his
Yeah, I've
stream.
seen that
I
clip.
can't
That's
do this shit
incredible.
anymore. That was kind of
Yeah,
funny.
I don't know. Something about that whole like thing. Like maybe it is also like Neil Druckmann as a person just rubs me the wrong way. It's just wrong. But again, Last of Us, really good show. Really looking forward to seeing how it goes. I'm not gonna watch season 2 because I haven't played the second game, so I'm not even gonna bother.
I mean, I feel like I should probably.
I'd rather play the
before
game
I-
first and then watch it.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I'll hook up the PS5 and I'll stream it. You
There you
backseat
go.
game with me.
Yeah, I'd do it. The John and Ty show is coming back.
Yeah, that's right.
One
Yeah,
one day it'll be a regular thing.
I think I'm gonna bow out and go to sleep. I'll try to get some sleep before going to work. So
All right.
it was fun. Hope you guys have a good rest of the stream.
Thanks
I'll
for
see you guys
joining us,
later.
Natai.
Bye,
Bye,
Natai.
Natai.
Watch this. See if I can do this. Boom! I got
Alright,
his I
cool.
got his chibi up right as he left.
Nice.
So I do have to ask, John, since you have it written down here, why you hate early access, bro?
Okay, so Sons of the. I'm doing a boss battle right now. I'm on my third attempt. It's kind of hard on hard.
Okay. Do you want us to get to you later?
No. I just paused the game. You can
Okay.
pause if you hit it.
That's the great thing about video games, Chinoda. You can pause them.
So, I got Sons of the Forest. I wasn't originally going to get Sons of the Forest because I was like, look, The Forest, when it first came out, was a shit show. I hated the game, and it took like 2 years for it to get good, and then that's when I enjoyed playing it. I felt the same way about Sons of the Forest because, one, they released it early access. They've already delayed it. Like, it was originally supposed to come out in like Halloween, and it didn't, and they delayed it. And then instead of delaying it again because they were not satisfied with the game, they just released it as early access. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play it. I think I paid like $40 for it or something, or $20. And I was just like, yep, this is definitely an early access game because there's a bunch of bugs. The story is not done. There's no fucking voice acting.
Oh.
And none of this shit makes sense in the game in Sons of the Forest. Like what you're supposed to do. I mean, it's supposed to be like that. Like the game is supposed to be unclear what you're supposed to do and stuff
Like
like
a
that.
mystery.
Yeah, because you kind of just do your own thing until you figure, and then it's kind of like the game is about survive until you figure out how to piece together what happened here, right?
Gotcha.
That's how the first game is, and that's how the second game is. Except in the first game, you have an objective. You have to find your son. But in your surviving of the island, you find little hints and clues about like what happened here, what's happening here, and like all the fucked up shit that happened here. And in number 2, it's like it's the same deal, except you don't have an objective other than like find your teammates. But it doesn't tell you. Yeah, it's like survive. But it doesn't have anything that relates to your teammates or what they're doing. So in the first one, at least when you're looking for your son, it has little breadcrumbs of like your son was here. He's drawing and he's leaving drawings in places that you're finding lore at. In the second one, they don't have any of that. Like you don't meet any of your teammates except one guy that you'll meet one of your teammates and he's gonna be dead and you get a shotgun from his grave. And that's the only story thing. But it's like other than that, you don't meet your other 2 teammates that you're supposed to find.
This sounds
overall,
like such a reverse from the first game. Jesus.
Well, to be fair, like I said, it took them about 2 years to finish the campaign and finish the game of the original The Forest to actually like get something coherent out. But I think that in a year or 2, this will be ready for actual release, and it plays fine. Like it runs really good. It looks really good.
So is your problem with early access that people are being charged for unfinished games? Because I would argue that the same has been going on for allegedly completed AAA games for like 10 years.
So my issue is that I don't like early access games because, one, you're paying money for an unfinished product that you don't ever know will be finished. 7 Days to Die is a game that I loved playing, but that game has been in alpha. It hasn't even been, it's not even in beta. It's in alpha for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
It's a game that released on console in an alpha build. Like, it's not a complete game, and they're consistently changing. I think they're on like alpha 20 right now or something, alpha 19 or alpha 21 or something. And it's like, I don't like the fact that people are releasing games as early access games just to be like, I released the game, and they'll use that initial success of like, because Sons of the Forest was the most wish listed game like prior to its release, because the game has been so successful in like crafting this crazy story and stuff like that. Like quite literally,
and a lot of streamers also streamed The Forest.
Yeah, and so Sons of the Forest, it literally crashed Steam. I couldn't buy the game for the first couple hours because the store page was crashing because so many people were trying to buy the game. Like, that's insane.
That is.
But, you know, they made, like, I believe they sold, let's see, 2 million copies in the first day.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's just in
for
early
20
access.
Early access game. It's a $20 game. They sold it 2 million copies. First fucking day. 1 day. That's an insane amount of money.
Would it bother
And I
you as
get
much
that-
if the early access was free? Like if you could just
No.
download the game for free?
So here's the deal. I understand that if they didn't make the game early access and sell it for $20 and instead made it free, they would not have gotten nearly as much money. So I think that they should be paid, but I just don't like this idea that we can just release unfinished games just as and call it early access. Like, it's fine. We'll make you pay the full price for the game, but we're gonna call it full like early access. Like, you're just as shitty as people who release games that are unfinished. Like
CD
Fallout
Projekt Red.
76. Like CD Projekt Red games, like the freaking Cyberpunk 2077. I hate that people are releasing games in general not being finished. I understand that they made a promise for a deadline, so they had to meet it and stuff like that. And plus, there's like
And they got a publisher that's
believe-
probably breathing down their fucking necks 24 hours a day.
yeah, I get that you have deadlines because you have publishers and stuff like that, but it's so shitty that this is what we've moved to. Instead of like making a good game and releasing it on time and stuff like that, you're just like there's something called scope creep, right? Where you've overpromised and you're gonna underdeliver. And
Isn't it
should
called
be-
feature creep?
No, it's called scope creep or feature creep. It depends. So scope creep is just so your scope of your game, right? Like, here are all the things in this giant bubble that we want to put in the game, versus like, and that's about overpromising and under delivering. That's terrible. That's completely bad. Feature creep is like when you've made this thing, here's the thing that we want to make, and you've hit all these things, but now we're trying to add more things, and now all of a sudden it's getting too crazy because we're trying to add too many things to make it better.
And the team you have can't handle the scope.
Well, you can't either. You're over promising and under delivering, or you make your promises, but now you're overwhelming your developers because now you want to add so many more things after the promised initial stuff, and it's like that's bad too. It's bad for developers.
Which is exactly what happened with Cyberpunk 2077. They went in with absolutely lofty goals, and they only got loftier as the development went on.
Yeah, that's called scope creep. It's just terrible. So, I think that I just don't like early access games. I don't think you should release a game in early access in general. Like, either release a demo or a beta and just have it open for like a week or two, and then after that, finish your game and then release it.
I know that there's been
it's
some
pretty simple.
There's been some indie developers that have done like early access stuff on Steam. It's just to gauge like, is there any interest in this game at all? Should I continue developing it? And then they find out, there's an audience here. I'll finish it.
Well, I understand the point of having that because, like for my game, for example, I'm probably gonna release it under early access as well and on Steam for like $10. Be like, is there a market? Because here's the deal: when you go to a publisher, you need to have a finished game, and you need to have like, this is our statistics. We open this game up for early access, and we have 1 million downloads already. That a publisher will look at and be like, all right, when can you deliver the full game? How much money do you want? What do you need from us? And that's how you do business. So I understand that. But the thing is, Sons of the Forest didn't need to be an early access game. They already had a market. People have been hyped for this game for a while because, again, the Forest was a fun game. And it's crazy, and it's like crazy survival stuff. So they didn't need to do the early access thing, but they chose to do it because, again, I get you have a deadline, you got to meet and stuff like that. But at least when you release the early access game, at least have shit done.
Yeah.
Like I said, so it took about, I'd say 20 hours, just about 20 hours of playing Sons of the Forest to beat it, to get to the ending and stuff like that, to get to a point where we were comfortable enough in our survival cycle that we felt like we could explore and actually beat the game. Only about 20 hours. That's not a lot of time.
Do you watch Crunchyroll Anime Awards? Yeah, we actually talked about it at the very beginning of the stream. Well, not the very beginning, because you guys were fucking wincing over Last of Us, but...
Talking about The Last of Us. Yeah, we talked about the awards a little bit at like the 40-minute mark.
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch it myself. I just saw...
I completely forgot about it.
I don't watch award shows in general, so...
Except for ours, because you have to, because you edit it.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by I hate early access games, because I understand that it can be used as a tool to gain, like, to garner interest. That's fine to me.
And marketing, yeah.
Marketing purposes, garnering interest, and again, figuring out, do you have a potential market you're breaking into so you can show developers? That is fine. But when you are a well-established title and you already know people love your fucking shit, don't release your game in early access just because you think, like, it's just so unfinished. It wasn't, I wouldn't even call that early access. That was barely a beta, dude. 20 hours of only playing.
Do you think
I got more content out of playing Destiny 2's open beta weekend. I played 30 hours of that. And I had a lot more fun doing it than your early access game.
Do you think it's
beta?
Do you think it's better to do it like, say you have 90% of your game finished, right? And then you put it out there in early access, but maybe you restrict, like, you can only get this far in the early access build, right?
Yeah, a lot of people do demos like that.
Yeah. Do you think that's more of an acceptable way to do early access than how a lot of people do it?
So there's a game that did that as like it's like a Monster Hunter World clone that, in my opinion, was
I know what you're
Dauntless.
talking about.
Gauntlet. Yeah, it's like Dauntless, I think it's called.
Okay.
No, it's not Dauntless. It's something else. Hold on, I'll look it up right now. Give me a second.
Okay.
All right.
Look that up, Jamie.
Basically, it was a MMORPG version of Monster Hunter World. It was basically a Monster Hunter World clone, with not nearly as good weapons and not nearly as good monsters. Who would have thought that in a game that it's more than it's about the combat and the environments and stuff, and it's like this shitty rip is just terrible. I'm pretty sure it was called Dauntless.
Hold on.
That's what I'm thinking of, at least. I'm gonna look it up now too.
Oh my goodness,
Wild
two
Heart,
Jamies.
right? Isn't that what you were talking about?
What do you say?
Wild Heart? Oh no,
Wild
that's
Heart.
That's the new one.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The old clone. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking about the new Monster Hunter clone.
No. Dauntless is a Epic Games one. Yeah, it was Dauntless. I was right. And
Okay,
it's
okay.
play for free now. It's cross-platform
Wow.
hunting action RPG. Anyway, it's Monster
Oh,
Hunter
cross-platform
World
actually. Yeah.
copy, and it's a bad copy at that. But point is, Dauntless came out and it was trying to like garner people to play it and stuff like that with its open access, and it's like it did the same thing where it's like you basically can get to a certain point in the game, and it's like, all right, so this is basically what it's like a vertical slice, right? This is what basically the game is gonna be like. So do you want to keep playing? And I was like, I don't want to keep playing. Thanks for your business. So then I left because it was having a free weekend, and it's like, because here's the deal: I don't want to pay money for a game that I'm not going to enjoy playing. Like, I don't like paying money in general for anything. For God, I hate paying money for video games.
I think the free
But-
weekend thing is a pretty cool way to go about it, though.
No,
Yeah.
it is. Like,
I just
and
feel
if
like-
it nets any players at all, that's good for them.
I just feel like the idea behind early access as a substitute for like a fully released game, like it just means unfinished. And I understand that the developers for Sons of the Forest know that it was unfinished. They were not happy with what they released with. And I'm glad that they said that. But here's the problem. Even like this is not even nearly what I would consider finished. Like the bare bone mechanics are there. This feels like an alpha, but they yet dare sell it as early access, as in like this game is going to be fully released in 2 months. It's not. It's going to take a
that's
whole
a big
entire year.
yikes.
Yeah, it's going to take a whole freaking year for this game to be fully developed, in my opinion. Like, there's no story, there's nothing linking any of that. Like the bare minimum of crafting and going around and stuff has been done, and that's about it.
It's the literal bare bones. They actually didn't put anything up.
Yeah. And like what's crazier is like this map it's bigger than the last map, and yet thanks to how they do traversing in the game, because there's zip line guns and stuff and like that, you can set up zip line. Like me and my buddy, we spent like an entire day setting up a zip line system across the entire island, so you could just zip across the island.
Zoom.
Wow, this really sounds like Wild Hearts.
No, this is for Sons of the Forest.
No, I know.
Point is-
I'm just like hearing it. It's like Wild Hearts is just like this too. I'm like, wow.
But point is, like these type of games, you make your own fun, right? Like,
Yeah.
Obviously the main storyline is the main storyline, but in these survival type games, it's just more fun if you just make your own fun for like stupid, crazy things to do.
Well, especially
And I
where you
think the
can
game-
where you can like do co-op stuff with a friend.
Yeah, and I feel like it's done really well in that aspect where it's like I like the stupid stuff that I can do, but just how they do, like they lock some of the best guns near the end of the game, like the best weapons and the best shit near the end of the game, which is like weird because in the original The Forest, they didn't lock any of the stuff near the end of the game. It just rewarded you for exploring. This game doesn't do that, and it's like it's a 180 from what they were doing. With the original The Forest, they rewarded you for exploring caves, which were crazy and scary, but they rewarded you for each one you did. And you didn't have to do any of them in any specific order. Versus in Sons of the Forest, you kind of have to explore in a very specific order for the caves to do the storyline, and all the stuff that is really cool, like the samurai sword, the shotgun, the second pistol, the second shotgun, those, and the crossbow, they're locked behind story stuff. And it's just like, it doesn't reward you for exploring. When I explore, all I get is just material stuff. And I was just like, that's boring. Like, it doesn't reward you for exploring in the game anymore. That's crazy to me. How do you go backwards from that? You had such a good thing going. So I feel like this early access game doesn't even deserve the badge of early access because it's just not ready.
That bad, huh?
That's
It's not
sad,
bad.
honestly.
It's just mid. It's like,
It's worse. Then it's
They've been
worse than
working-
bad. If it's mid, it's worse than bad.
I think this game will be great once they're actually finished with everything, but just like it was with the Forest one. I really do. I
'Cause
just
it's the same
hate
developers,
that.
correct?
Yeah, it's the same developer. I just hate that they made it just different. Like they not different, but they made it like backwards from what they were originally doing. I don't understand. They've created the combat system to make it like not as fun. It doesn't feel as fun to fight as it did in number one because they throw more enemies at you and stuff now. So it's like there's no tactical like way to play anymore. Like before, you fight 3 enemies at the same time, and it's like, oh god, this is hard, it's challenging. Now it's like, well, we're just gonna throw 5-10 enemies at you at the same time, and just good luck. It's just like, yeah, and it's just, I don't know, man.
The game
just
game
feels
design
unfinished.
industry, man. It's an interesting place it's in.
I just think it's an unfinished game, and I don't think it's going where they wanted it to go, and I don't know why they released it at all, other than obviously their publisher told them to. But I think I'm pretty sure they published themselves.
Oh, a self-published game.
I feel like they do. I'm probably wrong though. I don't actually know.
Jamie, look that
who's the
up.
publisher.
Maybe a publicity stunt.
I mean,
Like I said, I
don't
knew
know
that they
why.
originally were aiming for. They had a specific deadline that they wanted to. New Night made them publish it. Probably. Is that their own company?
I don't know.
I think it might be their own company because they're called N Night. Oh, it was a $30 game. Oh shit, that's even worse.
Oh wow.
Yeah, their original game is like $20.
What was the another prominent to me, I don't know if it's prominent to anybody else, game that released in early access recently was Kerbal Space Program 2, and that was
That's
a
an
shit
indie
show.
developer game too.
Huh? Yeah.
Wait, why was it a shit show?
Because
KSP is an indie dev game.
it's unfinished. It is early access, but it's almost full fucking price. It's $50.
Holy
Wait,
shit.
what?
Yeah.
Why?
And the best part is you need a fucking like computer from NASA to run this shit.
Oh, it's that badly unoptimized.
Well, the minimum suggested like graphics card you need is a 3070.
What? What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
They also recommend 32 gigabytes of RAM. And at least an Intel i5 11th gen CPU. So you gotta have like some really good specs to get this shit to work.
How ballsy of them.
And apparently a
Wow.
lot of the features that they promised aren't even in the game yet.
What the fuck?
But yeah,
This sounds like they're just asking you to beta test some bloatware.
kind of,
That's
yeah.
it.
It genuinely feels like it was released in early access to have a bunch of people beta test the game for them. For the measly price of $50. So not only do you get to pay to do a job for them, it's not even a good job.
My God.
Which is a shame because I genuinely did love the first Kerbal Space Program. I think it was just a really fun rocket building kind of experience. And I definitely think that they will keep developing this game and it will be a good game eventually, but it's not worth $50 right now from what I've seen.
That's a big yikes from me, dog.
I mean, you got to have like a $3,500 computer minimum to play this game.
You gotta understand though, the developers behind Kerbal Space Program are indie developers.
They were acquired by someone. I forget who.
Oh, so they're not even indie anymore.
They were.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not. Not anymore.
Was it Private Division? I think maybe. I don't know. I know that they were acquired by someone. They did start out as a as an indie developer though. But yeah, it's
Right.
kind of the same thing with the whole early access. It's like, I mean, I get it if most of your game is done and you want to use early access as like a marketing tool or something. That's cool, fine. Put it out there for $10. Let people decide if they want to, get the full game. But the way that a lot of people, I think, use it to just release unfinished games and maybe never even finish them.
Oh, it's owned by Take-Two, Private Division.
Take-Two.
Oh wow.
So they're the brainchild of the Take-Two guys.
Okay.
They're a subsidiary of Take-Two.
Okay. I knew they'd gotten acquired by someone.
They were acquired by Private Division, which is a subsidiary of Take-Two.
Okay. Sweet. But yeah, I definitely hope that the game ends up being what they promised because I do want to play it because I really liked the first Kerbal Space Program.
I've only heard hilarious things about the first one, so
Killing your Kerbins is really fun. Just putting a rocket together in 5 minutes and be like, fuck it, send it.
Oh, it was
Alright.
developed by Intercept Games.
Hmm.
Yeah, they were. No, it's a Take-Two. All right, I see. Yeah, no, Take-Two took them. Okay.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
The first Kerbal Space Program was developed by an indie team.
yeah.
Squad
Now
was the
it
name
was-
of them.
Now it's developed by Take-Two's team, Intercept Games.
Hmm.
All right, what's the next thing?
Yeah, what do we want to talk about next? Chinoda, how has becoming part of the living realm been?
Oh yeah. So I very recently became I went from part-time to full-time basically, even though I was already working full-time hours. And with that came the option of choosing what my shift would be. I decided to go to day shift just because I was like, I miss having a social life. So I did it. They basically gave me no days to transition over from night to day. So I basically raw dogged it, which not that bad because I've been traveling around the world since my childhood. So like I'm very used to switching daytime and nighttime stuff. It's weird, man. Like actually waking up with the sun instead of going to sleep
with it?
to it. Yeah. It's been weird. I've been already able to do a lot of actual daytime stuff and even help some of my friends out after work or whatever. So like it's weird but nice. I like having day shifts so far. Oh, not to mention it's so much easier too. So I love it.
The job
Except for
itself, you
today.
mean?
Today was fucking tough.
The job itself,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah, the job itself. Yeah.
Yeah. I've
But
done,
overall, no, it's nice. I have a lot more time during the day now.
I've done both myself, and I have to say I prefer being a night owl over being a day person.
I really wish I was back on like swing shift. My natural cycle is like wake up at noon or 1 p.m. and go to sleep at like 3 a.m. I wish I was back on that schedule.
I mean, I'm
hate
pretty
being
much
on
I'm pretty
graveyard.
much the same. Like I wake up at like 1:30 in the afternoons, and I don't go to sleep until 6 a.m.
But yeah, that's just all I wanted to say about that.
Okay. Welcome to the
Being-
land of the living, Chinoda.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not bad. I'll probably stick around until I don't like it anymore or something. Who knows? I recently cut my hair very
Yes.
short.
Yes,
if
we
it's not
see.
noticeable. It's already growing back a lot. Like
See,
That's
actually,
just
if
how
I
my
had
hair-
to.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
shaved it
We
today.
the glare has been killing me the entire time.
you can literally see a glare.
Do you want to hear a funny
Oh.
story about that? My father is bald, but he was
Okay.
bald like where it's just on the side of his head, so he's got a really chrome dome on the top. And we were at it was called MGM Studios at the time. It's called Hollywood Studios now at Disney. It was me, my mom, and my dad. And my dad, he had a hat with him, but he wasn't wearing it. And he kept, bless you. Are you getting sick?
Thank you. Allergies, dude.
Ah.
Ugh.
But he kept walking so far ahead of us, and me and my mom were getting pissed at him. And my mom, in the middle of a giant crowd, screams out, "Sir, sir, could you put your hat on? The glare is killing us back here."
Damn.
And my dad just like with the hat in his hand just goes, "Hmm?" My mom is a savage. My mom is a straight up savage sometimes.
Jesus, I've heard stories about this woman, but God, I love her. She's amazing.
Yeah, you have shaved your head though.
No. You know what's really fucking weird? Like not even when there's wind. When I'm just standing somewhere, I can literally feel where the air is going. I can feel the air current. That's so weird. I forgot what that felt like. I was just like, oh, that's where that smell is coming from. Okay. I was just like, what?
What?
No, like
What does that
you
mean?
smell something and like you can also tell where the air is coming from.
Wait, how is this related to like
Yeah,
being bald?
I struggle to see the
You can
connection.
feel where the air is coming from your head. Like you can feel a
Oh,
lot
okay,
more
I
of the
see.
air currents from
Yeah,
your
because
skin.
your skin is now exposed.
Yeah, exactly. When you have hair, you have a literal shield, and you can't tell. But when you don't, you can literally tell where it's coming from and like exactly what it's like. And like, I find that really fascinating. I don't know, man. It's just cool.
I've never shaved my head, so I don't know what that's like.
You should try it out. It's an interesting experience.
I shouldn't for two reasons. One, I get ingrown hairs on the back of my head that evolve into like
Ooh.
giant bumps. I actually have one right now and it hurts like hell. Two,
Ouch.
my birthmark is on the top of my head.
The fuck? Wait, so how do you know that?
Because when I was young, I did get like a buzz cut one time and you could see it.
Oh.
I've never completely shaved the hair off the top of my head though.
Huh. That's actually interesting. What does it look like?
I've never personally seen it. I just know I've been
they
told
just
that's
told
where
you.
it is.
All right. Bad Batch season 2 is airing. Fucking great. Most of it's been kind of filler, but like there's been stuff here and there that actually is really important to the Star Wars universe. I've been loving the shit out of that.
But Mando though, tell me about Mando.
Mandalorian season 3 episode 1 just aired couple days ago now actually. And holy shit.
Oh,
That was fucking awesome. Some beautiful space dog fights. Lots of interesting creatures. It's the Mandoverse. It's back, and I fucking love it. It wasn't the strongest episode necessarily, but just a lot of classic Star Wars shenanigans, and I fucking loved it. It was great. I'm so happy that it's back.
So,
And very soon, actually, we have the next Jedi game coming out. Not Fallen Order. What's the next one?
I know what you're talking about. I forget what they're called.
The sequel to Fallen Order, right?
Yeah, it's a sequel to Fallen Order. I'm trying to remember the
Oh,
title.
I have that. I bought that, and I have not played it yet.
Oh, you need to, bro. It's really fucking good.
Jedi
Like,
Survivor.
It's actually fun. Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I also pre-ordered the audiobook for it. So
Isn't
like,
it just like a Dark Souls game in the Star Wars universe?
no,
Basically, yeah.
ish kind of, but like not really.
No, call it what it is. It's just Dark Souls.
It's Dark Souls with a veneer of Star Wars over it.
It's Dark Souls light at best. Anyway, plenty of Star Wars. That makes me a very happy boy. I love me some Star Wars. Destiny 2 Lightfall. Oh boy. I'm not gonna say any spoilers. First of all, like at least not like any specific spoilers.
Ask
but-
Natai to play it and see what he says.
Does he hate Destiny?
No, I think he likes Destiny, but he feels
No.
like it's like getting a second job.
Yeah,
It
and
kinda
like he's not
is.
completely wrong. Yeah, but oh boy, I finished the Lightfall campaign literally last night with one of my friends. Like we just sat and we started doing a couple. I only meant to do like a couple. We ended up going through the whole thing through a couple of hours. I have thoughts.
Are any of them good?
No, there are good parts. I did have fun playing the campaign itself. It was a good time, but the story, the narrative itself, there was some problems I've had, and like campaign direction, I also had problems with that as well. Fuck, I can't get into too much of. What can I say? Okay, so. One of the new things that comes with Lightfall is a new subclass called Strand. You're basically playing around with string theory. But at the same time, while this is happening, while you're getting this new subclass, you're training for it while there's a literal war going on from like the big bad himself. This was essentially oh no, I can't say that. That would be spoilers.
What can you say without spoilers?
No, I'm really trying to toe the line just for people who haven't finished it yet. or played it yet. Basically, you're learning this subclass while there's a war going on, and instead of like focusing more on the war, you do a couple of training montages with the subclass itself to like really learn it. And I had issues with that. I'm like, yo, there's an actual war going on, and we're just doing this. Like, the hell. And towards the ending, there were some very questionable narrative choices that happens, and a lot of the community actually is kind of pissed about it. This feels like we've been taking 5, 10 steps forward, but like this DLC feels like we just took 50 steps back in terms of like how to do narrative, and
That's a lot of
everyone's
steps.
pissed about it. Yeah, no, everyone's really mad about it. Um, Starting maybe not tonight, but tomorrow night, I'm gonna start doing the after campaign stuff, the seasonal stuff. So far, though, it seems good. A lot of new stuff, a lot of fun stuff, which I do like. Uh, it is kind of another job, not gonna lie, and like, there's been a bunch of
of.
other games that's gotten updates, DLCs, and all that. So I'm just like trying to juggle everything, and it's a lot. I'm having fun though. It's a good time to be a gamer. It really is.
Is it though?
It is. Okay. All right.
I disagree, but that's a completely different discussion.
Jesus Christ.
All right, is that it? Have we gotten through our entire list?
I believe so. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
gonna
I
be the
have
fir-
one
Oh,
one small thing to talk about.
God damn it, John! I want to go. I have pizza to go.
I also just realized we completely glossed over a question that was asked.
Oh, did
Oh
we?
yeah, what actor would you like to hang out with?
I'll save that for the next WTF.
I really should have brought this up with the Chat GPT thing, but when will they toss conversational AI into a little scouter that auto translates for you while it talks?
That's
When?
what Google Glass was supposed to be, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of just want a scouter that'll be like auto translate things perfectly for you. Like, I just have subtitles everywhere. I just want that.
So like
It
if
should
you
be a
if
thing.
you would it also be like one of those things like say you went to Japan and it would actually translate the signs for you and like
Yeah.
overlay the text on top of the sign?
Yeah, that'd be
Bro,
awesome.
that is.
So they do that right now
essentially-
with if you have like Google Translate and stuff on your phone, you can
Mm.
actually just do
I
that
have that.
anyway.
Yeah,
right
I do
now.
that. I do that from time to time.
So I just want that, but in like glasses form. Just give me the scouter
No,
levels,
okay,
dude.
like,
AI
you guys-
scouter.
You guys heard of Google Glass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it was.
Legit, that's some of the stuff it was supposed to do, and I'm kind of pissed that project went through the Google graveyard because that would have been legitimately life altering.
I feel like if we're gonna do something like that,
really.
it's got to be unintrusive.
So the thing is that why should we make a specific glass for that when you have Google like just translate your phone right here? You use your phone, whip it out, bang, translates for you. And then if you're talking, just like talk and then let them read, you know?
You can even
Yeah.
do with Google Translate. It even has a conversation feature where you can choose the two languages and have a conversation using the phone.
No, that is
Yeah.
true, and that is
So,
nice.
like-
I have used it too. But
I just want an auto translation scouter that's just it'll detect whatever I'm looking at and translate for me. I don't have to like if I don't know the language, all right? Because I want some crazy shit to happen where like the AI becomes sentient and learns like ancient Sumerian or some shit. And then you're looking at the cursed tablet, right? And then like you're fucking summoning demons now. Like that'd be crazy shit.
I posted in the Discord server a couple of days ago a picture of I think it's written in ancient Sumerian, as a matter of fact. It's the oldest known customer service complaint.
oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
And
about.
it's written on a clay tablet, and it's like from 1700 BC.
All right, John. So counterpoint to what you said, because I want to wear cool fucking tech. Like, yeah, I can do it from my phone, sure, whatever.
Okay, David,
But-
calm the fuck down.
I love cool fucking tech, and I
You want
love
to get
wearing
Chrome the
that
fuck
shit.
out?
Hell yeah, bro! Fucking let's do it. Let's go all Chrome.
Oh God.
I mean, it's not like I don't understand. I think it's pretty cool too, but
Like,
I
yes,
just look
we
at
do
it
have
from
the
like,
functionality on our phones, and I will always love my phone for that, and will be using that for the rest of my life because of that. But I would just like to have cool devices like that, just because it's cool to have. I love the cyberpunk theme of it. Like, it's just cool.
I've thought about that a lot. Like if something like what happens in like Cyberpunk with the implants and shit, would I do it? I don't think I would.
I would. I'd get chromed the fuck out. Like, I'm being completely honest here. Like,
I don't think I would. As
I
like
mean,
maybe my eyes.
bro, we have prosthetics right now.
Yeah, but
What's
a
it
Yeah,
any
pros-
but like
different from prosthetics
prosthetics
right now?
now versus like
Like better
cyberpunk
prosthetics,
levels. Yeah.
bro. Let me tell you about some prosthetics that are way cooler than actual like body parts. Like you see those like fake legs that they give people. And it's like, oh, you can't run with normal people because you run too much faster than normal
the
people with these
blades?
Yeah, those bladed like spring things. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Come on.
I don't know. I don't know if I would. The eyes would probably be the limit because my eyes are terrible.
I get chrome guys. I don't no problem for that. But yeah, other than that, let me tell you about Genshin Impact, guys.
Oh god.
No, Alex, end this. I want to go.
Nah, let's let the
I'm just saying.
Genshin whore.
Oh my god. Listen, they released Dea and they just absolutely tore her kid apart and they made her do even less damage and her kid
Oh,
doesn't
no. John, talk about that voice actor that got fired from Genshin.
How
He
am I
voiced
supposed to talk
some
about
guy.
How am I supposed to
don't know.
talk about that if I don't know about it?
Yeah.
You know obviously more
you
than I
don't?
do.
How the
No, I
fuck
don't.
do I know about this more than you?
Bro, I don't stay on Twitter. That's why I have a life.
On Twitter. I'm
Because
never on
I know
Well, I
exactly
was on
how
Twitter,
he
like,
plays
one
the fucking
time.
game. He doesn't fucking research the game.
No, I just play the game. Yeah, like I look at upcoming character art and I'm like, yo, this girl looks hella cool. I'm gonna buy her, and it's not gonna stop me from paying $500 to like max out her kit or nothing.
Also,
I'm
don't you
just
play
saying-
the
I
game
just
in
wanna say-
Japanese?
I do play it in Japanese. I'm just saying they did my girl Dea dirty. They nerfed her even more. They made her so her kit doesn't like synergize at all with anyone. Like she's just a garbage character.
Now, when you
She's
say nerf,
good-
do they just take away her ass cheeks, or
no, they nerfed as in like she does even less damage than
Oh.
what she was supposed to do in the beta.
I thought you meant they changed her design and she has like smaller tits or a smaller ass.
No, that was they did that to Lisa and Eula.
I find it funny that there's a character in that game that's named after a license agreement.
End user license agreement, yeah. Yeah, no, it's just like I don't know if it's because
Great
MiHoYo is or Hoyoverse is just racist, but they made like the two girl characters who are dark skinned have the worst kits in the game. I don't know if that's
Now,
racism or not, but it's kind of suspicious.
if it is, John, that is the most subtle attempt at racism I've ever seen.
I'm just saying the only two brown characters in the game are pretty bad kits. Actually, even Sino is a brown colored character, and he has a pretty bad. And Candace, all the brown colored people in the game have bad kits. I'm just saying. Is this a coincidence or is Hoyoverse just fucking racist? I don't know, bro.
I don't know either.
But no, Dea is just they. So she has like the lowest multipliers in the game for like a Claymore user. Her kit doesn't synergize with anyone else. That's the worst part. Like when you use her ultimate ability, it auto casts and it counts as ultimate damage, so you can't even use it to like work with really strong characters. It's just bad overall. And it's such a shame because she has such a cool. She looks so cool. Let me Google a picture for you guys. You just look at this girl.
All right, where are you posting this?
I'm posting in the VIP chat.
Oh boy,
VIP chat.
who were you? Let's see
look
who you're
at her.
simping over.
Just look at her.
All right, she's not bad.
She's fucking
Ooh.
bro.
I do like the midriff.
All right. That is a cutie. Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
Bro, just
I love her stare.
Her
She
stare.
could stab
Yeah.
me. She could stab me.
Oh Jesus.
look at that. It's her in the anime.
There's an anime?
Yeah, Genshin Impact anime coming out like next year.
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
Can't wait for the increase in porn.
There will be.
bro, there's so much in Genshin porn, but
Oh, there
Yeah.
is. I'm subscribed to like
Oh Jesus!
much.
But John, you know
Anyway.
there's always an increase when the anime comes out. There's always an
of
increase.
course, yeah, of course. But yeah, I just love Dea's. She just looks so cool, dude. She's such a badass. Like, just like
Just
why I got
admit
you
it,
a
John. You want her to step on you.
little- No, what? I'm not a weirdo like you. With that, Alex, you know, thank you all out there for stopping by.
Oh, yeah. We should end this. We're just over 3 hours now. Jesus Christ.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This is what happens when we don't actually have a specific topic to talk about.
Spent like an hour talking about The Last of Us.
Yeah, well, yeah, you did. You really did.
Listen, I really like the show.
Twice. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you everyone that dropped in to listen to us. Check the description below where you can find links to Anime Club After Dark on Twitch, on social media, and on Discord. Check out our merch store. Any purchases you make there do really, really help us out. With that, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, guys.
Night.
I can finally go.
I have to piss like a fucking racehorse. I swear to God. All right. Cut.